All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Run the Flood, our weekly Shadowrun 5e game here on Table of Horrors. I'm your GM, Softenomicon, also apparently under the moniker Cosmogoth, because I keep forgetting that's in my script. That's right in front of me. With me tonight, I have my lovely players and friends, Mojave, played by Daybreakathon, Morningstar, played by Dirissa Rave, Cloudburst, played by Lord Rodon, T103, played by Slippery Nos, and Jason, played by Oscavian. So, when we last left off with our lovely runners, they had followed a small job given to them by a very strange entity and followed it all the way into one of the most horrifying places they've seen thus far. The underground bunker that originally had belonged to Aztechnology. Something has occurred in this bunker as they found various strange oddities, both in the Matrix and the Astral, and obviously in the mundane plane as well. Dead spirits, broken code, and some very terrifying revelations found in the offices of two of the main doctors. The last event that occurred before we left off was all of the players, save for Morningstar actually, had heard the chittering of something. Upon turning around and then bringing Morningstar's attention to it, all were greeted with the sight of about a large dog-sized spider drone leaning into the room with a little computer screen simply stating, "Hi."
Jay,
What do you all want to do?
Jay is going to greet the computer. He's like, "Oh, hey man, hi, how's it going?"
The screen goes dark for a moment, and when it comes back up, it simply shows the sort of lined face, so like a 0, 3 underscores, and a 0. And then it walks its entire body in, and you can see that the spider drone's built a little different from Midori. Midori is a sphere with just legs that come out. This being has another opening where this screen pops out, kind of like a long neck coming out. And as it kind of comes into the room very carefully, its long neck extends and it sort of reaches toward Jason as it slowly walks toward the group.
Mojave still holding Morningstar's hand, just kind of like edges further behind her because what on earth is this thing? What is it doing? He doesn't know.
Jason would kind of approach it too. I guess, I don't know, how big is this thing? Because Jason's pretty short.
About the size of a large dog.
Okay, so in that case, I think Jason will kind of approach. He'll kneel down a little bit and reach his hand out. He's like, it's okay. You're not feeling too good. That doesn't look like a happy face.
As you,
I don't think Morningstar speaks, but I am looking through AR at it.
As you look through AR at this robot, you are immediately struck with the fact that it has an icon that is completely overlapping it. So this thing is completely on both, basically in AR, which it happens to buildings sometimes where a host will overwhelm a building. But you don't always see it where it's completely overlapping a simple robot like this. But the entire shape of this icon is entirely dark. It is shaped somewhat like the spider droid, maybe a little more meat to it. It just has a simple white faceplate. And that faceplate is just reflecting whatever is on the real world screen. It is specifically a dark shape with a white face. Which I will give you this for common sense. That was the icon that always occurred when you were looking up the hacker you now know as Empty Boy. As
Okay.
So make
No,
sure you
you're-
want to do
go
anything
ahead.
last minute. Jason, as you reach
You're
down
good, go ahead.
to this about dog-sized creature, it raises one of its legs and sort of reaches up to your head and does sort of a very quick tap, kind of about about if someone had flicked you in the forehead. That kind of pressure to it. No real damage done. And then the faceplate quickly changes to a basically XD, so massive laugh. It jumps backward, and then it just does a full readout on its face, catch me if you can. And then it bolts out the
I
door.
don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it.
What's going on?
Morningstar will tell everyone that is Empty Boy. Or, well, maybe extension of him.
I thought he said he couldn't come here.
I don't think the version that is out there can come in here. I think he has split.
Okay.
Part of him is still here.
Maybe that part of him's like a child or something, because we're definitely playing tag right now.
Are
Yeah,
we?
all right. Which one of us is fastest to catch him?
Look over at T.
Yeah, sidelong glance.
with his monstrous legs. Perhaps you can catch him for us. Don't hurt him though. Don't break anything. Yes, please don't break
And
anything.
So that
Before you
thing
go, just
is the other half of the man that's blackmailing us.
I think I'm not sure if
You
it
know-
is like
It could be like an AI
like
twin.
Jay said.
If
or
anybody's
just
gonna
a
run, we should just all run together.
Yeah. I think he went down this
Right.
way, and Jay's gonna start going after.
Yeah. T will
Um,
run off after the thing.
Yeah, I think we'll follow behind, but Morningstar is gonna kind of lag back a little bit. Like keep up with the group but be at the rear. I'm trying to at this point, and I don't know what you would have me roll for this. I'm trying to see if my hypothesis is correct. If this is sort of like a split off version from the one that is outside and has blackmailed us into coming here in the first place.
Oh, Cloudy, were you going to do something before I sprinted off? I think you got cut off.
yes, slapped you with an increased reflexes.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Go get him. Zoom.
You gave him go fast juice.
I gave him magical speed. You're correct. Let's go ahead.
Roll that go fast juice.
I am rolling that go fast juice. I am maxing it at 4. I don't feel like dealing with it. Okay, max 4. And perfect. Okay.
And does increased reflexes just make you faster? Is it giving a bonus to a roll?
Technically, this would normally give him additional increased reflexes technically increases the number of turns you get in a round. So it would effectively give him more sprint actions per turn, effectively.
I'm just gonna let this run out like an actual just T will run off chasing Empty Boy. Although I will ask you to do something for me, Cloudy.
Yes.
Please take 2 stun damage. Because earlier on, before we started, Shiv did in fact put in for a messy crit which I am just considering a regular glitch. Which I'll let you succeed, but something bad happens.
Damn it. Damn it, Shiv. Alright, fine. Fine. I go through all the effort to be nice and careful. Only to have Shiv knock me against the head. How dare.
Oh, apparently Shiv's displeased. Apparently you didn't give the hair flick.
Oh, did I miss the thing? Hold on.
It looks
hold on.
the stroke the beard and the hair flick were redeemed.
Yes, yes he did. Yes he did. But you know what? You know what?
Damn.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Since it got called out verbally, you get the one with the extra flair.
You get
All
extra flair. Perfect. So
I would do a hair flip too, but that's just yeah.
Morningstar. Roll me. We're gonna go with computer. It's gonna be weird, but go with computer.
Okay. Okay. Not a problem. What did I
Yeah.
roll?
I'll let you use that you're perceiving this. The empty boy you met before. You did in fact get to see what his icon looks like. It has its own just existence, the way it looks, the way it feels resonance-wise. This being that's running away from you is extremely close and similar. It is nigh identical, but there's something off. Even you can feel there's something off. You don't know if it's the broken code around, but this is not the same thing you met before, but it is damn close. You can easily put puzzle piece together and say this is either a piece of him or this is some kind of clone of him with just a slight bit of degradation or something.
Okay. Morningstar will say this to the group as they're hustling down the hallway after this thing
Oh yeah.
and say, yeah.
You are all basically
ahead.
hustling after T. T, you are gaining on the spider droid as it runs away.
Do you want me to make a running check or anything?
Not right now. There's nothing in your way, and this isn't very difficult to run. And I'm not considering any of this terrain harsh, so if we get to a point where you're getting into like a room where maybe you're gonna have to
We're not in
really
the
try.
densely forested room we were just in before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
for right now, we're just gonna say you are running up on this thing.
Okay.
You get out of the room fast
Yeah.
enough to see it. Take a hard left. It's already gotten to the end of the hall. Hard left. You go running after it. The group gets out in the hallway just about enough time to see T take the hard left. So that's sort of how we're getting almost hallways distance apart. T, you are very
Okay,
quickly catching up to this thing. And we're going to stick with you because you're so close. I'm going to refer to the spider droid as just Empty Boy from now on to make it easy. T, you chase Empty Boy. He eventually makes his way to a side staircase down a different hallway. He very quickly skitters down the staircase, but you're easily just able to hop. It's one floor for you. That's nothing. You hop the thing. You follow him down. You get to the base floor of R&D, and you start seeing signs on the wall, like warning electricity, robotics things, like just warnings that clearly show robots, electricity. Whatever this area is, it's probably a robotics lab. He takes a hard right into the lab, and you bash in the door, and you don't immediately see him. I would like you to make a perception to try to see him, as he's now hiding in this room. You do not catch sight of him. You cannot find him currently, but you are very aware that there is only one exit and entrance to this room, and is the doorway you are standing in. So though you do not immediately see him, you know for a fact he cannot leave this room.
Okay. And what's in the room? Other than
I'm gonna give common sense. You turned on the lights in this lab. It is very clearly a robotics lab, just as I've said. It all follows suit. You see massive work tables, similar to kind of how you've ever seen Jay work on his droids, but much, much bigger. These are huge drones. Some of these look like roto drones, but they're the size of the Lynx. Some of these are almost animal-like. Others are humanoid, and they're all over everywhere. You can see different things on back walls that have, formulas or geometry or whatever, different electronic things, coding computers. You see a few things that are immediately recognizable. The Mark program is clearly detailed on one side. The Janus program is detailed on another. So there seem to be robots in here that are directly involved in those two programs. Other than the tables and everything, there's one center console. Very massive circular computer bay, basically. And it goes floor to ceiling. And you just see, think servers just layered up in a full column. They're huge. They must be 15 feet tall. And there's about 3 stations where you could, enter into the server. So you got the screen, the keyboard, access point. And about the time you've taken in all this information, you're holding the door, the rest of the party, you've finally managed to catch up to T and are now outside this robotics lab. If any of you would like to make rolls or figure things out in here.
Whoa. Guys, hear me out. Why don't we get this place cleaned up and move in?
No thanks.
The thing.
No.
Okay. Move in with the thing that is literally eating magic and degrading code.
Oh, well, what if we can get that taken care of so it's not an issue anymore? I mean, look at all this tech.
Well, we
I
can
want to live
upgrades.
somewhere where there's people.
Think about the upgrades we could get T. Think about the drone. Look at this roto drone. It's the size of the Lynx.
I would like to look around for the little dude we're chasing.
I'm already in AR, so my eyes are moving about the room while I'm having this conversation with Jay, where I'm like, we could totally just take one.
I'm gonna have to, man. Especially if we can't come back.
T will fall into the background again and sort of just guard the door.
That's utterly fair. Mojave, you may roll perception. Morningstar, you're doing matrix perception, which is... Oh, goodness.
Matrix.
I'd like to look for the
Perception.
drone find
I think it's
too.
based on... Oh, God, is it based on your intuition? Why is that one escaping
It
me?
might be. It might be. Let's see.
Yeah, intuition mental.
Should be. It should
Yeah.
be.
So it's an intuition. Is it intuition and something else, or is it just an intuition roll?
I have it as intuition with the limit of mental side.
Ah, okay. So it's like a defaulted
I mean,
roll.
Okay.
I thought matrix perception. Well, I guess it. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at
Oh, well then, should I have not rolled that? What?
Yes.
What am I supposed to be rolling, you guys?
Okay.
It might be computer and intuition.
Okay.
Probably.
I think it's computer and intuition. So roll computer
we'll
with
re-roll
intuition.
Oh, okay.
It's not enough.
Computer. Oh no, it just did computer. It didn't do. Oh no, hold on. I am a fool.
If you need to change
Ignore
which
that roll.
ability is there, it's inside the skill. You actually have to change the different
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Yeah.
I think you have to
figured that
click
after I rolled.
out of it, and that way it saves it. The sheets are a little bit fussy.
There you go.
Perfect.
Now it's better.
Still really damn good. All right.
Thank you.
So, we're gonna go with both Jason and Morningstar, just in different ways. Jason, you're able to catch sight of the littlest bit of glow as something kind of shifts around a corner, and you're able to catch sight of the edge, so you know he's hiding behind one of the tables. He does not seem to have registered that you have seen him yet. And Morningstar, in an AR overlay, you can quickly find the... though he is very well hidden in this kind of room of broken code. But you do notice something in the room once you catch sight of him behind some broken pieces of code. This room is not actively degrading. Everywhere else in this building, there was at least a little bit of active degradation and repair. Kind of like things were always a little bit shifty. Here it is stagnant. But you'll notice as you're looking through this wide room, right? So, got center point, a little bit wings that go off on each side. You can see that movement after a certain radius on either side, as if there's just a bubble where nothing is moving or shifting. Everything's sort of stationary. And it only takes you a few moments to realize it's centered on the icon of that droid.
Okay. Okay, I think Morningstar recalls memories of playing with her siblings in the labs, obviously in dedicated playrooms, but playing hide and seek with them in effort to take their minds off of whatever, experiment or surgery had happened that day. And so when she's looking at this droid, looking at Empty Boy and seeing him within the context of this lab, and he's just been here by himself, is it fair to say that the repairs that are happening, like in the upstairs areas that are degrading, is that due to him, or it rather?
It is inconclusive. He does seem to have a radius where he is able to stagnate the damage, but he also appears to be stagnating the repairing. Now, you don't know if that's because the damage has stopped, and the repair is responding to damage or something along those lines. But maybe, but you know that repair damage cycle was going on this whole facility. So it's clearly not centered on this boy if it is him.
Okay. I think she just thinks that he must be lonely, and that's why he wants to play. So she gets down really low, and not out loud, but rather through AR that they would recognize. There will be in code counting down from 10, then ready or not, here I come. And she will start to essentially play hide and seek with the robot, slowly bringing her body closer and closer to where they're hidden.
You are suddenly very aware of a slightly distorted giggling noise. No one else will be able to hear this. This is only in the Matrix. This is basically like an audio distortion that is audible to the Matrix user.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, because she obviously sees where he is, but she's like trying to make it seem like she's looking around for him.
Like the 2-year-old who's hiding under the blanket. Oh, gee, I wonder where you are. Wow, this blanket's really lumpy.
Yeah, Jim
right,
would do
literally
something
that.
too. Like he'd be by the desk, like across from, and like looking under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mojave's kind of standing near T, not quite hiding behind him because that would involve placing himself outside of this room. But like this empty boy's Mojave is also hiding.
Yes.
That's adorable. I will go that this little hide and seek goes on for a minute. Eventually, you all, those of you playing that are seeking, you do find him. You know, do finally find him. Big air quotes. Real world, Jason, you watch the spider drone just collapse. In AR, Morningstar, you hear the giggle again, and the icon shoots off, and you see it goes to inhabit a humanoid drone in the back. And it seems to be like lying inside the drone. It hasn't moved it yet, but it's now in that one.
I see. I make just like hand signals of the direction that he shot off to. And in code, we'll say, "It's okay. I won't hurt you. Come and talk to me." And I will like slowly be making my way towards where I saw his little self hide into the droid, the next droid.
You actually get a message back. It is very garbled. And it's very short and stunted. Like a 5-year-old using a computer. Kind of short sentences, very quick. Some sentences seem almost like they know what that sentence means, so they can use the longer sentence. But anything else is very short and simple. Something they haven't memorized yet. And you get a response of, "It seems like you caught me, but I don't talk." And you hear kind of a fuzz. Can't.
Okay. That's okay. How about we start with names? And she, in the Matrix, says to him, "I'm Lydia. What's your name?"
You can watch as this shadow of an icon jumps around through some of the robots very, very quickly. Like it's searching. Like it sits in one, seems to search it, jumps from one to another to another. Eventually, it manages to land in one that actually has a wire going from the back of its head into the server machine. And you watch as the icon finally settles in the server. And it kind of takes on the appearance less like a shape and more like a person. Like a little dark silhouette of a young person with a mask on. And everyone is aware that the server just sort of comes to life. The whole thing lights up with every light imaginable. And the screen, one of the screens of an access point, just types out Hammy. Hammy.
Hammy. Right, this is Hammy. He might be able to help us, and we might be able to help him.
Can I tell, like, what kind of user interface does this server have? If I speak to the server, does that work, or should I like take the access point and type them?
You do not see anything externally that seems like some form of microphone, so you can kind of assume this seems a little bit older than stuff you're used to dealing with. So you're like, okay, this is probably I have to type in to access this server. It definitely seems like this server computer itself is very tight, like tight-knit. Like it's made so someone can't get into it easily.
I will type, "Hey, nice to meet you, Hammy. I'm Jason. How can we help you?"
There's a short pause, and then there's, "Haha, Jason, I get it."
I'll laugh. That's like, yeah, I like it. I like the name too. That's why I picked it.
And then the readout proceeds to state a couple words. Snake, friend. Robot master, friend. Bird, friend. Blackbird, friend. Big man, unsure.
Oh
Like,
man.
Bobby is just watching the typing and the letters popping up and the people. He just leans over to either Cloudy or T, whoever is closer, and just like, "What's going on?"
I'll type. Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
think I'm the bird, and I think you're the blackbird.
We're
I
birds.
don't know. I think we're birds.
Well,
Why are we
we're all
birds?
we're all pretty friendly. T, the big guy you're unsure about, he's my friend, but it definitely takes some warming up to. I can understand you being unsure for right now. By the way, who's Robot Master?
This guy.
And you immediately are put with a picture, what looks like some security footage, or at least a frame from a security footage of you all entering, and basically a giant red circle is is drawn around Jay.
Oh. I guess you are the robot.
Oh, I'm Robot Master because I got the robot. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Honey, how long have you been here? Morningstar is saying this through the VR. Or not VR, sorry, AR. VR would mean I was knocked out. AR.
He will respond with just output that everyone can see. Well, everyone but Mojave, as Mojave cannot read.
Well, I can see it. I just don't know what anything means.
Yeah.
We'll say the team is keeping Mojave up to date. He
For sure.
responds with, "Don't know. Old one, 50. Younger one, 20. Me, 30.
Father? Brothers? Or friends?
Me. Just me."
Oh. Okay. Morningstar will take a moment to sort of share that information in a more clear fashion. Hami is cold. Clone. The person initially who reached out to us is one of those clones.
Oh.
There's one 50, one 30, and one that is 20.
When I zipped over to the astral, I did hear multiple voices, I think, speaking in binary. So that tracks. And so, what was its name again? Hammy?
Hami. And I say, I think this is child of Hammond.
Yeah.
I think it might be Hammond and his child.
You get a very immediate response. The whole screen turns red, and it just says, "Don't talk about Dad. He will hear you. They made him mad. Now he hears them."
Oh.
Okay.
I'll type. I'll type. That's not good. Why did they make him mad? How did they make?
They convinced him to be angry.
Do you think we can talk to him and make him not angry anymore? Maybe make him happy again? Help him be happy again?
No. No.
Ah,
The sisters say no.
Sister.
I look to Cloudy and say, the two girls that were awoken and
Oh, shit.
Hammy, are the sisters here?
They can't leave floor 9. I have
Alright.
8 and 6.
You
What
Virgil's
floor are we
gone.
on right now?
You are
What
on
floor
floor
are we?
8.
Gotcha.
And the last thing he says is Virgil's gone.
Virgil.
Virgil as in senior or junior?
You would have to clarify that with him. You do know that
Okay.
Dr. Hammond's note was addressed to a Virgil. So it appears that at least his son was referred to as that. Even though that doctor's name was, you're not sure if that's the name he went by.
Okay.
It's kind of
Are
weird
you
if you and your
fr-
son actually did go by the exact same name.
Are you friends?
When... Okay.
Are you friends with Virgil? Were you on good terms before he left?
There's like a long pause. And then finally it starts to pull a full readout. And you get almost fully a computerized version of this. This is not like a person trying to write. It's like they're pulling data. And you get a breakdown of Project Janus. And it is a sub-document that speaks about fracturization of individuals. And it has final successful unit fracturized 3 parts. Virgil, Hammy, Samuel. Unsure how to recombine.
Hammy, when did Virgil leave?
He gives a readout. It kind of switches between a couple different denominations. It starts off with hours, turns to days, and then shifts to years, and it gives 5 years.
Okay.
Samuel, is that the father or is that one of your brothers?
All me. Old
Right,
me.
old you. Is Samuel still around?
He puts up a map of the facility itself, and it basically just quickly zooms into the bottom into some sort of machinery that is depicted on this map.
Okay.
And
I'm
it just
going
refers...
to sort of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, the last thing it says with that is he's with the sisters.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of with just my special eyes, sort of screenshot this image of the machinery that Samuel is supposed to be in. I don't know if I can if this is a common sense thing at this point, but would it be fair to say that the person that was out there that reached out to us is Virgil And then Samuel is with the sister, and then this is Hammy. Would it be sort of common sense at this point to
I mean,
assume
common
that?
sense. It seems like how the hell would anyone else know these things are here? That person desperately
Yeah.
trying to get back in, unable to go anywhere, and seemingly want someone to go in here to get something. It kind of feels like that's probably Virgil. You're meeting one of the personalities here, and then the last one seems to be in the basement.
Okay.
Hey, Hammy.
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. You go.
I was just gonna say, hey, Hammy, if we could take you with us, would you like to meet Virgil?
Long pause, and then very, like, dark screen, small text, and while everyone else sees text, Morningstar, in AR, you actually hear this as an audio. And it just says, I want to go home.
My heart is broken. I think for Morningstar, she's looking at a sibling. You know, like the whole setup of this, like everything about it echoes to her own past and her own siblings. Oh my god, that is so fucking sad. Okay, I think Morningstar. I think Morningstar in AR. Almost in a whisper says, "I'll take you home." And that's all I'm gonna say because otherwise I'll start crying. So yeah, that's all Morningstar's gonna say.
Yeah. Jay would probably type, yeah, if you, Samuel, and your sisters want to leave, we can help you.
The sisters don't want to leave.
Well, if they want to stay, they can stay. We'll help you and Samuel.
They won't let... And it's like the word is written and then keeps getting deleted. Me, us, you. And it says leave. They will not let... And then those 3 words and then leave.
I'm looking around the room. Is there a like a small spider drone that perhaps Hammy can go into and we can keep with us?
There are plenty of drones in here, spider and otherwise. There's basically a glorified Roomba on the ground. So
Yeah,
it's not hard to find a small droid that you could keep with you if you would like to put Hammy in there.
Could I get one of those
Yeah.
big boy Roto Jones moving around?
I'm looking for the tiny one. I will take one of those smaller droids. One probably a spider drone, just because like with legs, it makes it. I don't know. I like that better. So I'm going to take one of those, go to Hammy, and say, "Come in here, and I will take you." And if he chooses to, I will put him next to Madari in my pack so that he's safe and like on my body. That way, if things get crazy, you know, I have him close. I'm thinking back to the 2 kinds of sort of stuff we've been seeing. This like half repairing, healing stuff, you know, happening with the code, but then also this like I don't want to say corrupted, but like damaging magic. And it's clear, like, I'm wondering if maybe the magic side of that is the sisters and the other is Samuel because he's in a machine. And I would have also, just as a thing, I would have shared like the machine that Samuel's inside of. I would have shared that image with the group so they know what,
Mhm.
visually what that looks like. Yes. Is it fair to say that that's kind of the situation here?
I will let you assume that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. What I want to hear. But also we heard that Dad's angry. Yeah?
Dad's our malfunctioning AI. That's what I'm
Okay.
getting.
You
Mm-hmm.
heard a lot of things. There was a lot of mix
Mhm.
of that. But yes. You did hear that the
Okay.
sisters made Dad angry.
Lord. Okay. Did Hammy go in the little drone?
It's like a
kind
moment
of there
where
with me?
you see that hesitation, and then he quickly jumps inside, and he very, very quickly, you watch as he shuts this whole drone up, locks himself from all of the things around him. Basically, he's hiding. He's making sure that this outside everything can't get into him. And he does seal himself up in the little droid. You will notice the minute his icon is no longer connected to the host directly like that, the zone of sort of stop goes away. And it all starts to be going back to the cycle of destroy, create kind of motion. And at that moment,
Okay. Oh God. Ah. Okay.
a T.
Oh God. No.
Let me go make sure of this. Sorry, I gotta pull up
Here we
something real
go.
quick.
You're good. You're good.
Roll composure for me.
Okay.
Oh, please do not.
Ah, yes, I will be safe if I stand near the big punchy guy. Flawless.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay.
I. Damn. All right, T. You are fine. You feel almost like an itch at the back of your mind. A mixture of just this, almost like someone is scratching at the inside of your skull. And you hear very, very quietly, only for a little bit, maybe a couple seconds, what sounds like a child crying.
Okay.
I assume you are going to keep quiet about this to everyone else?
I glance around. Does it seem like anyone else is reacting to the sounds of a child crying?
No. Everyone
No,
else
Mojave's
is
No.
pay attention to, I assume, the
hovering.
spider drone.
T does
Mojave's
not step
hovering
up
around
to the
does not know
counter.
where to look.
T does not step up to the counter and order attention. No.
Oh.
Like to have your biggest
no.
attention, please?
We'll find out when T goes nuclear is what's gonna happen.
2 of your finest
I'm-
attentions, please.
I'm so nervous. Okay, it's fine. I don't know that he is hearing voices.
Mm-hmm. They'll never know.
You know when you wish you left your sprites inside your friend's head so that you can hear when things are malfunctioning. That's how I feel right now. Okay. Cool. So I have our friend safely tucked away in my bag. And I say to you guys, essentially like clearing up everything that the back and forth that's been had, about the sisters being on the 9th floor, Samuel's on the 9th floor. I suspect Virgil is the person that we met. And then also the bit about Dad was made to be angry by the sisters. So you guys now have all that information. Do with what you will.
So is there any like cool drones I could get up and running here, like a walker or a big roto drone or something. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Let me see.
No, I love that you're asking because I'm like, we could use the extra help if we're gonna go up against some weird shit.
A lot of things in
Although it
here
does-
are damaged.
Beg the question. We've been having to take the stairs.
True. Oh, that's yeah. Morningstar would say to you, the trouble is, even if you do get one running, its coding will be corrupted because of the nature of this place. It seems that Hani lets out a sort of when he is active, lets out like a sphere that stops everything, both healing and the damage.
You know, maybe we can just keep it offline, and then when we boot it up in like in a sandbox, like off the network and in like a quarantine mode, and see if I can get it fixed. You know, when it's isolated, and then if I get it fixed, great. If I don't, well, we can have some scrap parts.
Is that something I can do? Or that I can help with? Is that something that Morningstar would be able to help with? Like create a sort of quarantine area that's not online to this host?
I mean, I think you're a lot better at the software stuff than I am.
I mean, technically speaking, drones like this do not need to boot up in a wireless mode. They can definitely boot up on their own. They are their own machine and computer. So you could technically just wake this thing up and not have it go on the grid.
Mojave
It
just
might
looks at
need
Jay,
a lot
looks at
more
the droid.
control. Like Jay would have to be actively controlling it, but it could work as long as whatever occurred here didn't mess up any internal stuff.
Like the wirings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mojave full on just looks between Jay and the drone like, oh, will it fit in the elevator with all of us in?
I'll just slap it on the back of the Lynx.
I think I think you will have to do a diagnostic to make sure that the wirings and whatnot have not been destroyed, but otherwise it doesn't need to go onto the grid at all. Then you should be able to jack in and control it from there, but that's the only way to avoid it and yourself being corrupted by things here. So, possibility.
I'll say that probably the best option you have is, weirdly enough, the spider drone that Empty Boy was using. Well, at this point, Hammy was using. It is one of the
bigger one?
Yeah. It was one of the most functional bots there. It actually could get up, it could move. If you want to try to boot that thing up, it will be a hardware test.
So none of the big cool ones are working? Nah, I'll leave it.
Would you get the stairs?
A lot of
What?
the big
Also
cool
always-
ones, as it were, Jason, at least 3/4 of them aren't finished. This was a robotics laboratory. These are
Alright.
brand new and nearly half finished in most of the cases.
Can I take one of the partially finished ones?
We might have
Yeah,
to
just-
come back for it in order for us to be able to lug it up, because I don't think all of us and one of these bigger ones will fit in the elevator.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I do know Jay was riding around on his Lynx. So
The
maybe
Lynx,
Jay could
yeah,
just,
the Lynx is here. But any of the drones
Yeah.
in here that are the same size as the Lynx, that's gonna double the
Yeah.
room you need in that elevator. And it was already kind of
Yeah.
a little tight with the Lynx and T. Granted,
Yeah.
most of the elevators are made to hold a Naga, but you could risk it.
I think perhaps return visit, because I would hate for all of us to get into the elevator with both of these machines and then end up with the cable breaking because it's too much, and then suddenly we're crashing to the floor. You know?
Okay. On the way out.
On the way out. And I think like I will help Jay sort of like prep the bot that he wants to take so that should we be running quickly, we can grab it and fucking throw it in the elevator and go, and still get it on the way out.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd be looking for like either a larger walker or a larger roto drone that I like, even if it's not completed, that I could like strap to the back of the lane just to get it moved out.
Fair enough.
And I'll wait until we're on our way out before I do that.
All right.
The sisters and Samuel are on the 9th floor. It seems that they are angry. The sisters, I mean. So it's not going to be an easy time. And to remember that they can use both technomancy and magic. They are formidable.
We could always ask really, really nicely.
We could try. I get the sense they know we are here.
Wouldn't be shocked.
I don't love that.
So I guess we have to go down to the 9th floor.
We're already on the 8th. It won't be a long trip.
So, as you say that, every one of you hears a massive metallic crashing noise.
Nope.
Just like the tearing of metal. And then some kind of disgusting, distorted roaring noise. Both of the mages, you feel one of the most uncomfortable waves of just energy just creep across your body.
Oh, Lord. I think I immediately, when I hear the sound, I immediately grab Mojave. I grab, his hand. Even though I know he's, tucked behind T right now. I grab him.
Yeah, no, seeing as he would be, in that moment, there'd be the startled scream and the immediately looking for something to hide behind. It'd be just like the Scooby-Doo hug.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they know we're here. And I'll take out my gun.
Something's real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. Does that roar remind me of anyone? Is my uncle deciding to give me any tidbits of what that might be?
You do not get any tidbits, but preemptively,
Mm.
I would like everyone to roll initiative right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do I do the regular or the Matrix one? Which initiative do I do?
NAR.
Regular?
NAR, is it regular initiative? It is, you're right, because you're still... Yes, it is regular initiative as long as you're in AR.
Okay, so it's
Or
VR,
still in
that's
your
Matrix.
flesh body.
T, did you say something?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm still under the effect of the speed
Yes, you
stuff.
are.
My initiative.
Yes, you are. You bet your butt you are.
He moved quick, boy.
+4 and 2d6 dice.
+4 and 2d6?
And 2d6, yes.
Oh my god, okay. There's the +4, I can do that, and then 26.
Jesus Christ.
T goes first, guys.
Yes.
T-
Yes, he does. You bet your butt he does.
Stupid. Amazing.
Get y'all down.
He rolled 2 6s and a 1 on his 3d6s for initiative.
That's insanity.
Oh,
Wild, dude.
I will give this to all of you as it stands. You do not need to take these in any form of initiative order. I'll simply count once an action is performed by anybody. We're counting down. You have 2 combat rounds before the thing gets to you.
Okay. Okay. Direction. Where did we hear the sound coming from? Because you said there was like crashing of metal.
It was a very loud noise, and it did echo through all these halls. You know that it's not in the room you're in.
Okay.
The room we're in that has one entrance and exit.
Yes.
Cool. Fucking maps. Is there a layout map, like maybe in the hall of this floor?
Yeah. All of the research areas are laid out basically the same. There is a central shaft where the elevator would be, and then they are basically separated into about 4 large rooms that seem to be laboratories, and then there are generally like sometimes smaller sections that are turned into offices. So in this area you have 4 large labs, 2 labeled robotics, 1 labeled genetics, and 1 labeled rage. Then plenty of offices of various doctors.
Amazing. Cool. Okay. I am in AR, and like my initial thing is, do I see any disturbances within the Matrix to give me a sort of clue of direction of an effect happening within the Matrix? You know, I'm trying to information gather here.
Yeah. Matrixly speaking, what you see can only be described as a black hole of distortion that's rushing through the code of the surrounding area.
Okay.
I will give anyone on the astral plane.
I was gonna say.
As the waves come over you, you are just destroyed by this feeling of pain and rage and anger. And you can see this disgustingly twisted, strange glow rushing down these hallways towards you. It's whatever shape it was is so broken. It is unknown. You notice some kind of spirit, though, from just its size and shape. If you would
Both
like to roll
hands
a
up.
sensing, you might be able to get a little bit extra.
Preparing to ask real nicely.
Mm.
Oh, well, hello.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Would Cloudy like to roll?
I was starting to get ready to buff myself up, so no.
That's fair. Mojave, you are very quickly aware that what is coming towards you is a hodgepodge slashed together spirit of man, beast, and earth.
Another spiritual meat fish.
Yes. This one is much bigger and moving much faster, and this feels a lot more angry.
Yeah, both hands up, preparing to ask real nicely.
Okay, where do we want to go here? I'm going to look at my group, but do people look like they're ready to bolt from the room? You know what I'm saying? Like, are people in the motion of? No? I'm getting
Mojave
a
looks
resounding
about ready
no.
to beg for his life, but you know.
He is literally taking his sleeves off of this jacket. Like, he's just unbuckling the elbows of the sleeves.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay. Yeah.
But if everyone starts to run, he follows.
Yeah.
Cloudy is putting on his big old helmet, and he is buffing himself up, about to go zoom next to T. I'll go ahead and roll that now. Also at force 4. That is unfortunate. That is double unfortunate. So here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please.
Yep, nope. I will go ahead.
Also, during this fight, T, I do want to alert you. Shiv did give you a reroll, so it is stocked in there, and it is specifically for you.
Okay.
My initiative is 13, by the way, now. If it matters.
I will adjust that.
Nope, that does. Mm-hmm.
Jay, would you like to make any preparations?
Yes. I think I would find a place to hide.
Very valid.
I assume if you would like, you can either attempt to hide in the robotics lab. There is another door across from the robotics lab. It is labeled as just a number. It has no nameplate, no anything. You may be able to assume it's either an empty office or some other such thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll hop into the office and then pull out my little gamepad thing and prepare to jack into the links. Or yeah, the links was the one I bought. I don't have my loader.
Yeah, you
charger.
brought your links.
Yep.
Yeah,
You rode that thing in there like a
The Rhododron
triumphant
went to
knight.
sleep.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I don't want to be riding it into battle.
Not this time. I have a question.
Yes.
For data processing, right? As I guess an attack, what would that give me?
Give me a second. Can you rephrase the question?
Yes. So my things that I can do, data processing is one of them, right? And I'm wondering if I can't use that in some way to benefit me to keep my friends safe. Whether it be using data processing to try to find like a weakness or something. If I can't find a weakness in the thing coming towards us, perhaps something in the matrix that can be used to protect us, or at least hide us for a few seconds. Is that a possibility?
Your data processing is your which mental stat is that?
Intuition?
Intuition.
Question.
Firewall's willpower, data processing is your intuition, sleaze is your charisma, and attack is your logic. So what those four mean for you is they're attached to those skills. So they're just whatever their role would be, whatever they're used for, they're just using those skills. So if you're trying to attack of some sort, that is the logic role. If you're trying to sleaze, which is hide, manipulate something, that's your charisma, obviously. You basically just turn all your social mental stats into your matrix stats.
That, right. Okay, cool. Glad I understand that better. Ooh, child, what are we gonna do? Okay, so I see this basically on the matrix, this big black hole thing tearing through the matrix, yeah?
Yes.
Coming from sort of the rage section of the lab?
Yes. It is coming
Yeah?
from the rage lab.
Amazing. How much space do I have from where we are to the elevator to go to the 9th floor?
You're about halfway through a hallway that is about 50 meters in length.
Okay.
The elevator's at the end, though the doorway to the elevator is not there. You'd have to go around slightly on this cylinder to reach the elevator. The Rage Lab, once you've reached that end of that hallway, is maybe only 20 meters away. You are almost certain there is no way you'd be able to get down this hallway to the elevator before whatever that thing is makes it to the hallway. So you were either going to go right face first into it, or it's just going to block off completely.
Oh, child. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One final question, and then we can start making moves here. Static veil, right? Essentially is used in the Matrix to hide you from God. Would I be able to sort of tweak this to hide self from this thing on the Matrix? So like I would become just a blind spot in the Matrix. Is that something I'd be able to do?
Static veil would not hide you from this thing, but it would hide you from what's controlling this facility.
Okay, good to know. I will wait my turn then. Thank you for answering my questions.
Of course. Anyone else want to do any last minute preparations before you get to see what this thing is?
Cry?
I'm so scared.
Can I cry in advance?
Like to cry? Just go ahead. And don't worry. Just let it out.
and maybe a prayer to deck gods. But it's really okay.
Yeah, hands up, preparing to beg for life.
All right. And would
Can't even
anyone
hide.
who is a non direct combatant like to attempt to hide, or do you want to face this thing
I'm an
head on?
astral beacon. There's no hope for me.
You know what? Fair enough.
I think I'm actually standing in front of Mojave. So I'm physically facing the thing that's coming for us.
All right.
Stand dead center of the room, and I'll start recording with my eyes.
Oh Lord, you are just dead center of this hallway going, all right, come at me. Then I
Literally
assume
just
you...
hands up in the back, preparing to beg for life.
So I can already
That's
see
where I'm
it.
at.
Yeah.
So in the hallway, we have T dead center up front, followed by Cloudy and the Lynx, then followed by Morningstar, then followed by Mojave, and Jay, you are in the side office, sort of just slightly to the left of your friends.
Connected to the links.
Connected to the Lynx. Alright, then we have our set. You guys have had your preparatory scenario.
Oh God. Yeah.
As this thing gets closer, all of you can hear metallic claws scratch into a metal floor. As it comes around the corner, you first see a dark tendril wrapping around some sort of mechanical tendril as it slams into the wall to drag this thing forward. Coming around the corner is the manifested head of what appears to be a dog and goat fused together. It's their two mouths kind of both lolling out. The rest of the body appears to be made of some kind of mechanical unit. Something not dissimilar to the Lynx, actually. A large gun is attached to the top of the thing. It is moving itself or propelling itself forward with two front legs and the back being made up of mostly, I guess, Doc Ock style arms that assist it in holding its back end up. Once it reaches the end of the hallway, yes, Miss Cloudy?
Are those Doc Ock arms like actual goddamn spirit tentacles or just metal tentacles or a mix?
A mix. Some of them straight up are just spiritual tendrils wrapped around the metal.
I hate this.
On the astral
I hate
plane,
it.
it does appear like stretching from the metallic to the spirit are these bright white chains that are wrapping it down, tying the spirit to the metal body.
So Mojave's gone straight through fear and out the other side. He's standing there with a calm smile on his face because there is nothing else he can do right now.
Oh no.
This thing proceeds to block the hallway that you are all in, and it just sort of takes all, like, four of its biggest arms, clamps it on all four corners of the front of the hallway, and it begins to force itself forward. which is difficult for it, as its back end is a little bit too wide. But it is slowly making its way towards you.
Manibolt right to its freaking goat face. Absolutely not. Get back in there. You get back in there right now.
I hate this.
Well,
I
the
hate
first
this so
person to go,
much.
as this thing, first person to go is this thing, and as this beast,
What?
yes, this beast moves its way forward, and is making it maybe about, I'd say 10 meters down this 50-meter hallway, before it's basically just sort of getting stuck and having to dig its way through. T, you are next in the turn order. What would you like to do?
Do I feel like I could get to it and punch it right now?
Let's see. You have the haste thing, which makes you let you take things, but I'm changing this, so it's basically adding, in my mind, to your speed. Yeah, fuck it. You got that magic bullshit on you. You could get up there and punch it dead center in the face.
All right, we might guy dynamic entry with my fist.
I guess you want to punch the dog face or the goat face?
Sure. Whichever one looks more ugly.
The dog face is a bit more squishy.
All right. Hey, why not? Yeah, we'll punch one then the other. We'll just alternate. That's fine.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jesus. Doing math in my head. That's 3. Okay. Alright, you come across and you just haul that whole arm dead into this thing's cheek and you feel a crunch. And then your hand sinks in a little bit too much. You're able to pull it back out, but this thing has a very strange quality to its body.
I don't like it.
But you are able to pull your hand back. This slight, I guess the best way to put it is almost like mercury. Think liquid mercury is sort of a residue on your hands as you pull your hand away.
Sure.
You have a viscous fluid.
Ew.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. For now.
Ooh, lad. I'm grossed out. Softy, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm very sorry. That was
Oh,
my
oh,
microphone.
okay.
I'm sorry. My microphone actually just turned itself off real quick, and I do not know why.
Ah,
Oh
I
god.
fixed it.
Oh no!
I think the cord might have slipped. That was me not being able to function for a second. Pardon.
I was like, wait, where'd they go?
I am
Things got a smidge wobbly with the viscous fluids.
Okay, I did panic a little bit at the viscous fluids. So, T, you've punched it, did your damage, viscous fluids. Next in the order is
Right,
Morningstar.
Perfect.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's say I wanted to do static veil, right? To like hide me from the person. Could I also do resonance spikes, or are those both too big of actions to take at the same time?
You could effectively recklessly cast them, but they are considered, you'd have to resist against 2 more drain for each of them.
Okay.
Or what's the equivalent for the technomancers? Fade. 2 extra fade per.
Fade.
Yeah, I don't know if I should do that just yet. Okay. I'm gonna hold off on static veil for the moment. And I am going to do a resonance spike instead, which is a software plus resonance versus willpower and firewall.
All right.
And then level. What level do I do? Because I don't want to do anything crazy that's going to knock me out.
Generally speaking,
Sure.
think about whatever your essence rating is,
Yeah.
and I would always when I always did it, like the max I would ever do was my essence rating, but technically, you could go higher than that. I think it's double your. I think
And-
much like magic, it's double your resonance, but you probably shouldn't.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it at a 6. That's my max. That's my essence, or rather, that's my essence level. Oh, I only got a 2. Oh no! Ah.
Oh no.
Okay. You know what? This feels like a time that maybe we use some edge. Okay, and so I'm gonna use an edge.
You
gonna do it.
Space's Rain gave us a reroll, by the way.
Oh,
So I don't have to use edge. Thank you
You
so
may
much.
reroll it
Space.
completely.
Okay.
thank you, Space. Love you dearly.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, please be good.
Oh.
It's worse. It's worse. Oh, I'm not doing this. We're going to use an edge because I just can't have this. Okay.
All right, use the edge. I'm gonna lose
Oh
it.
my. Okay. Dice can sense fear. Let me just roll the fucking dice. Just rolling them. That's all, right? Just rolling dice.
There we
so
go.
much better. Holy shit.
There we go.
Okay.
Now roll your fade to
All
figure
right.
out how much fade you take.
Yes. Yeah, I will do that. Please
can
don't
just-
be
yep.
crazy. It's a 3.
Oof.
It's a 3. There's a lot of
So you're
ones in there. I
taking
don't like looking at it.
3.
Yeah.
You're taking 3 stun damage.
Stun, right?
Yes, because you're only an AR. You have not VR'd yourself, so you're not taking anything else.
Because it didn't go
Okay,
above
cool.
6.
It did go.
They
Yeah,
didn't go
right.
above-
There's a little bit of there's a little pain in the head, but we managed the resonance spike, and in my head I imagine sort of like in AR Morningstar like forms almost like a javelin and throws it so that it goes, into the resonance focus of this creature. Into the code that it has to keep it moving.
Alright.
Oh, and you
Net
roll
hit,
roll
willpower,
powered
firewall.
firewall, I believe.
All right, so
Mhm.
that is
Take 1 box of matrix damage per net hit, with no chance to resist.
10d6. Let's see what this boy gets. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe I'll
Oh,
pick
only
Shadow
gets 3. That's that. Damn. All right,
It takes 3 then.
but not resisted. That's
Not
important.
resisted.
Takes 3.
Also, to give a little behind the curtain, it's taking 3 on the Matrix.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I'm basically attacking its matrix side while I figure that T and the mages and J can all handle everything else.
all right. Next one up is Cloudy. I believe before you said man.
Minimal. I might just go ahead and recklessly cast these bitches and just cry later.
We did get a refill on our med kits. We did do that. There's a whole bottle
did.
of ibuprofen in
We
there.
did. I also have a nice little slap patch, like a little trauma patch, so that we can just
Oh,
For
yes.
my
We've got a nearly a
What's
doctor on
happening?
call if you keep me alive.
Right.
So right now that is going to be -1, but I'm checking out 2 of these things. So pry. Both at 4-6. That's unfortunate. I'm doing 2. That's a whole lot more effective. Okay. How much
Ooh.
Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, take 2. And it rolls willpower twice.
Willpower twice.
Just willpower. It takes everything else.
Oh, I know.
First against 4, then against 6. This should be fun. Should be fun. It resists the first one. And it takes 3 physical on the second. Yay! Oh, God.
All right. Next in that line is Jay.
Jay is going to fire his Thunderstruck.
All right, fire that Thunderstruck. Is that 15?
15 penetration, yeah.
No, that's 15 damage.
15 physical and
sorry.
-8. So it's
Oh,
-8.
sorry. Yes. 15 physical damage, 8 penetration. Sorry.
Dodge, 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 dodge. Don't dodge it.
The Thunderstruck fires out from... Actually, for a little flavor here, the Mana Bolts fire off, and the Thunderstruck fires off. In the astral plane, the spiritual sort of energy around this being gets slapped with both the Mana Bolts. It almost seems to peel away from the physical body for a moment. T, standing in front of it, you watch as the two sort of organic parts and heads seem to reel back as the Thunderstruck fires directly down the sort of empty space left into the mechanical bits and fires right through it, decimating a lot of the machinery. As it sort of falls back down, though, you do watch as the metal seems to twist and twine, almost like it's organic, and already begins to repair itself. Mojave, you are next. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, no, just hands up as everybody's hitting it in the physical astral matrix vibes. I'm just going to try to hit it in the empathy with the biggest puppy dog eyes and just the hey, I know you're not doing so great right now, but me and my friend, we're real friendly. I know it might not seem so, but we won't fight unless you make us fight. So if you'll just put down the teeth and the tendrils and the everything, we can talk this out. We'll help you put right whatever's been put wrong.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. What social skills do you have?
What is Shadowrun's equivalent to persuasion?
Fuck it, roll con.
Kinda doesn't have one.
Roll con.
Here's the
Roll
question.
for why are you doing this?
Roll con.
If I'm rolling con, does first impressions apply?
Sure, technically so does your mentor spirit.
Oh, cool. What does my mentor spirit add?
+2.
Okay, so it would be +4 all told.
Yes.
It gets a lot of dice to resist as we're actively trying to tear apart.
If you stop fighting, we'll stop fighting. Please, come on. We can work this out.
What's that? It's willpower and... Does it use its con to fight con? Yep, okay.
Yep. Uses con to fight con.
I don't even know if this thing is, like, able to hear me in a way that matters, but gosh darn, I gotta try.
It matches even with you. It does not. It's almost like one of the heads, like the eye, looks at you, and you just see nothing but rage, and it just ignores you.
Understandable. I'm just gonna sit down in the corner and wait.
And as we roll back around to its turn, T, I'm going to need you to either make a dodge or try to attack through this. But it is going to bring down one of its front arms and slam you.
I'll attack through that. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. What are you talking about? One or the other? Was there ever really a choice here?
You're right, I should just say, alright, punch this thing through the fact it's going to slam you into the wall.
You gave me both my options, I respect it, but yeah, T's gonna punch back.
Are you going to punch through this thing's hand as it attempts to slap you into the wall like a fly?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna try.
Alright, roll unarmed combat on it. Oh, it's your cyber limb.
8.
Alright, I need to hide this number, so I'm rolling it on my own.
Sure.
Oh god. Oh god, I'm scared.
Alright, so as this thing comes down for you, it slams into you and you reach back, punch through. You are able to punch through this thing's hand. It gives enough leeway that you are only going to take half damage. Not from the hit, but from slamming into the wall. You are going to take, what was it, 4 physical damage.
Do I soak any of that?
That is after I've taken your soak into account. This is a very specific kind of damage that I'm doing to you.
Gotcha. So 4 physical?
Yes.
Alright, perfect.
This beast
got it.
in particular is able to attack you in ways that you can't stop.
Alright.
Yay, soul rending
But-
claws.
but
Yay.
You do damage when you slam into its hand. Though you do get smashed into the wall, it does not continue the force, as it were. You hit the wall, but its hand does not hit you. So it pulls back from the hit. You just have to take the return force, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah. Yep, I got it.
I'm going to need you to do me a favor, T. Make a composure test.
Oh god. Oh god, please. Oh god, please.
I believe you still have your reroll if you'd like to reroll that.
Nope.
Of course not. He wants
He
to
wants
it
to
was
lose
a-
this shit.
Because it was a cheaty reroll from Shiv.
Well, I've got 5 dice, I got 2 successes. Odds are not in my favor that will be better.
That is fair. So, as you are slammed into this wall, you are able to kind of stand back up. But you are very aware that the world around you is strange. You can no longer see your friends. You can still see the creature. But the whole thing is bathed in a very strange red light. The world around you is nothing but reds and blacks. You are aware that you can still fight, and you are terrified. You are not terrified. Sorry, I miswrote that. You don't feel fear.
Good.
You're angry.
There we go.
You're a different
angry,
kind of
probably
angry.
Disoriented.
Disoriented
Though,
and
as I stand
angry.
Can't see.
So I stand there in the darkness, all black metal and glowing red. I do vibe with this creature's aesthetics.
Oh, absolutely. It is definitely turning towards you, though. In this state,
Sure.
its body is morphing around, kind of shifting like it's slowly transforming into something else.
Oh
But,
shit! It's a mimic.
Oh, shit, it's the mimic.
Oh no.
Which reminds me, as you've just taken damage and taken the composure roll, it's your turn, T. Gonna try to hit it again?
If I'm allowed to, I just punched it on not my turn.
Well, it's actually a coin flip first, and then you can roll to hit.
Okay.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Nope.
Okay.
You are not able to hit it on your turn. Everyone who's watching, after T gets slammed in, he stands up very disoriented. He then turns towards you all and starts walking.
Towards them?
No.
Yes.
No.
As well,
my
looking at
guys.
T's face, it does not seem like he is looking at anyone in particular. He appears to be looking past you all.
All right.
Morningstar, it's your turn now.
Okay. So I have a question. I have a question, ST.
Yes.
Whatever these weird effects are, right? Now, if I were to essentially use D-Res on the cyberware in T, would that allow... I don't want to hurt him. I just want him to not be able to hurt us. Okay, you know what? No, because he'll hate me for that, and we are still holding on to hope. I am going to make sure that I am still like in front of Mojave. I obviously see what's going on with T, and I'm like, clocked that, wonderful. Through earpieces, I say to the others, and hopefully, like, T will also hear this, of like, T doesn't look so well type of message. And then I'm going to use D-Res on the creature, which is a software resonance versus willpower and firewall again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna use a D-Res here. And I'm going to do it at a 5 this time, not a 6, in hopes that it won't be as bad as before. It's not as bad as before, but it's not fucking great.
Hey, roll your fade.
Okay.
Take one stun damage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. It takes 3 again to its matrix persona.
Yes. And an aside thing here. It also drops the target's firewall attribute by 1 until the device is rebooted. Additional successful D-Res attacks do not stack. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yes. So any kind of protection it might have on it would go down.
Right.
That one. Cool. And then I can still do like a minor thing, yeah? Like a minor action? Is that allowed? Like maybe movement if I wanted to move?
Yes.
Cool. I am going to move so that I am Mojave is up against the wall, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Wonderful. I'm going to use both shield and use my body and my tail as a shield for Mojave, and essentially like wrap my tail around their waist in a way that should we need to skedaddle, I don't have to say words. I can just run, you know? If Mojave will allow me to do that. And that'll be my turn.
It's not about to argue.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
All right. Next up is Cloudy. Or back to you.
Okay. I'm gonna stare over at T with my super magical eyes. Did this thing just fuck him up with a spell or something?
There is... The best way to put it is... it's almost like you watch it form for a moment as it's happening. T now has one of those silver tiaras wrapping around his brain. Or wrapping around his head, as it were. Which is interesting, because you only can see the tiara.
I could have used counter spelling on that, couldn't I? Son of a bitch. Okay. Alright. Never mind. Could I attempt to dispel it?
You can attempt to dispel it.
Okay. Would that be better with banishing or counterspell?
Counterspell.
Okay. A 4 as I attempt to just tear the magic apart.
And that is against the force of the spell?
Effectively, yes.
I'll get this. You do a little bit of damage to it. You watch as this forming tiara seems to slightly fall apart, and you come to understand the reason that it didn't work completely is this isn't a concentrated, like this isn't something concentrating. It's almost like this thing is casting itself over and over again to keep itself in check. You know, you would have to overcome it completely, and almost like you would have to roll very, very well to fully counterspell this thing.
Son of a... Mojave, shoot it! Jesus Christ! It's gonna kill us! And I duck behind the links.
Oh, of course. T, as you are right now, you are able to see Cloudy. But it doesn't look like Cloudy. It just, to you, that appears to be just some sort of humanoid thing. Like a creature.
Yes. Do I wish to punch this thing? Is that what you're,
Well, it appears to be
alluding
an
to?
enemy. It's in the same, it looks very similar to the monster.
It's my turn?
It's not your turn yet, but you are now aware of one of your team members, and they appear to be an enemy. Jay, it is your turn with the links. You are muted.
Can I see a obvious weak spot on the enemy, or
The spot
I
that the
don't-
links fired through before is still repairing itself.
I think I'm going to try my best to double tap it right there.
Roll the links as Thunderstruck.
Tears. Many tears.
Well, you hit it perfectly. A little too perfectly. It passes through the still visible hole and only does minimal damage, destroying the little bit that got repaired, but not really doing that much more than it was when it first got hit. It continues its repairs. Mojave, would you like to do anything? As you have been shouted at by Cloudy to do something.
Glances at Cloudy, glances at creature, rummaging in bag for anything really, and is still just kind of babbling like, no, really, we don't have to do this. If you stop fighting, we'll stop fighting. We can be friends. Come on, please.
It's a goddamn rage monster!
It's hard,
like-
can't you feel it?
Would you like to try to roll con again?
You know what? Sure. I'm committed to this bit.
Go on ahead, roll con again.
Does first impression still apply,
No.
or is that used?
That's used.
Again, please?
No.
Okay. Had to ask.
Yeah, you can still get the +2 from the thing, though. Shade. Oh, not bad, actually.
I can see you're in pain. You don't want to be doing this. Not really. We don't want to be doing this. Not really. Please, just...
There is an ever so slight change in its glance. It looks like it's getting a little less angry.
Obviously something happened here. Something was done to you. We're not with them. We're just trying to make things right.
You seem to be getting through to it somewhat. But now its turn has rolled around. It is going to cast Mana Bolt at Cloudy.
Tear it apart. Tear it apart. Tear it apart. It's coming towards me. Oh god, no. Yeah.
Me while I get this to work correctly.
Mojave has counterspelling too, right? They can add dice. Please.
Oh, true. I forgot I had that.
8.
Yes. Your wizard lessons. I lend you my power.
So that was a 4/7 mana bolt. It rolled 8.
Down to 7. Jesus Christ.
Down to 7. So, yep. 4/7 mana bolt coming at your face.
How many counterspelling dice do you got?
2.
Mojave? You got 2?
Or
Okay,
I think
get
so,
to.
yeah.
I get to add 5 to my willpower. Okay. Alright. 2. Okay.
Woo!
So, 5 physical, right?
Yep. 5 physical.
Oh, God.
As it slams into your chest.
Reroll from Pixie.
Oh, there's a reroll from Pixie. If you want to try your willpower again.
Pixie saving the day. Thank you, Pixie.
Pixie, we
Okay.
love you dearly.
Okay, let's. Okay, let's see. Okay. RN Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord of second chances. Okay. Exact same.
Oh! Alright, this has spoken.
I guess some things are simply meant to be.
Oh, the Dean Devil comes for us all.
I'm sorry, Pixie. I tried.
Oh,
right,
Pixie, thank you for trying.
Cloudy.
Shit.
Thank you. But Cloudy, while he's kind of ducking behind the links, that mana bolt goes right through it, and he just coughs up a glob of blood onto the back of it. It just runs.
Oh God.
Cloudy,
Okay.
roll composure.
Okay. All right, ST.
This is going to be at -2 because of stuff. And ooh,
You are okay. But you have now started your spiral. Next in the
what
order
spiral is this? Oh God.
Let's see. Next in the order, T. Would you like to flip a coin to see if you would like to go after the monster or the new enemy in your sights?
Yes.
Wait, T?
Was I incorrect of the order?
Yeah,
of
that was the
events?
monster.
Yeah.
No, it was Monster T. It was Monster T.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was Monster T.
Yes.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
I dropped the fucking coin. What the fuck? Why can I not? I've dropped this coin 3 times. I have no idea how.
I can
It's a
flip a bottle
sign.
cap if you need me
It's
to.
a sign. I'll attack Cloudy. Don't worry about it.
Please don't.
Dane, flip that damn bottle cap. The coin disappeared.
That's not
My
balanced.
bottle cap
not
landed
balanced.
heads.
What?
My bottle cap landed heads.
Oh lord.
Oh hell yeah!
Every
okay.
bottle cap is weighted is a little bit distorted differently though, so whichever I grab is random as well.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just
Well,
roll.
Well, tails, and we got heads. So
that means
Mhm.
you are.
I guess what that will mean is
Man, that's a real nice enemy in front of you, T.
oh yeah. The walking shifts in Cloudy's direction. There is a burst of movement as the large figure closes in. The trench coat billowing dramatically. The red eyes. The red eyes focus
Can
in
I-
and zoom to
Can
collect.
I drop the spell as a reaction, please?
The eyes
No, he just
zoom in
Zoom.
on the face to
I
capture the
will-
expression.
I'll let
the
you
fist
drop the
comes
spell.
in.
You may try to drop the spell and you can dodge.
Okay.
I'll even let you dodge as normal
Oh.
because you dropped the spell.
Oh god. I'm crying.
Okay, spell is job. So he's gonna fucking try to punch
And I have my
Clone's
own-
face off.
And I have my own little speed spell going, and I'm crying.
Oh my god! He's gonna punch your face off.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
my god.
I am full on dodging. I am just scrambling behind this links even further as I'm just crying. Where? Let's see. Reaction, dodging. That's offset by the thing. Hold on. Reaction. Nothing. And
Oh.
okay. Yep. I have 14 armor.
Oh my god.
I guess yes. That's the soak roll.
Oh.
Okay.
Piston fires, the elbow blasting out in the air.
Are you shitting me?
How bad is it?
I rolled 14
And you got
dice. I
hit.
rolled 4. I rolled 6
Oh.
ones.
Fair number of
Oh my
ones.
god. Oh my god.
I am going to roll my one edge and pray. This is
Oh.
it is done. I am 100% crying. Sam.
God, no! No! Alright, okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay.
Are you like down? Are you like out?
What is the
How much damage?
look like?
How much damage is that? How much damage?
S-
One more
14.
time. So 16 damage.
16 damage, then minus 4 is 12. How
With
much?
that 5
how-
physical I took before?
How far into your overflow are you?
You're out.
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health left on my physical track.
He's out.
Is he dead? He might be dead.
If he hits the full overflow, he dies.
That's 11 overflow. I have max of 3.
The arm pulls back and the head whips to the others, and the eyes zoom in on whoever's closest next.
All right, so
Bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, as everyone
cannot
watches,
believe-
T hauls back and punches Cloudy directly in the chest. And everyone hears the sickening crunch as Cloudy's chest is collapsed inward and he flies back, spattering blood along the wall. T, in your mental field, which is the black and red, the enemy in front of you has disappeared, and the only enemy left is the monster. Morningstar, your turn.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Mojave and I are both witness to this, and I unravel my tail from around Mojave and I shove him towards Cloudy's when Cloudy's body has collapsed. Because I trust that he will do what needs to be done. And I
I'm right there. You're pushing him towards me.
No,
You
moved
can't see me,
towards
it's
the
fine.
monster.
You don't know
I don't know that. But I don't care.
The GM said that your vision only sees the monster, so I am hoping, I'm praying and hoping that is the case. As you turn to face it. Okay. Okay. My god. I can't. If I take him out, it's gonna have a huge ass monster to deal with. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna. Is there in my AR vision, right? Can I see if there's something that is hackable from within this creature? As I've used, the D-Res and the resonance spike on it, do I see something hackable within it? Or something that can be communicated with?
Yes. On the Matrix, you can see that there is clearly basically strands leading from the creature to some form of computer upon its back. Some separate icon that is on its back. That you know for a fact you could get to.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to essentially hack to get to that thing. And my thinking is that the sisters can communicate with this thing, and or dad can is this, I don't know. But whatever's in here, I want to communicate with it to tell it that we're here to bring it home so that it can be at peace. No more fighting, no more hurting. What do I roll?
You'd have to hack into it to give it a command like that to talk to it.
Okay. I'm so fucking scared. Okay. Oh. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's a lot of fucking ones.
Is that a glitch?
No, it is not.
I
It
think
is
it
a
is.
few. Nope.
Okay.
It is one shy of a glitch.
Okay. That would have been terrible. Okay, it's fine. It is what it is. I tried. I have a question for you, ST.
Yes.
Did this thing activate when I had Hammy essentially shut himself down and hide in my bag?
You're not sure. You know that after Hammy was in your bag, that you heard the roar and this thing came for you guys.
We also haven't exactly been quiet.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I have never been more like combat frozen. Okay. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Do I have like one more thing that I can do, or is that all I'm allowed to do for my turn? Because if I can, I'm gonna try hacking again.
I'll let you hack again. We're on basically the final round of this anyway.
It's a 3, not a 1.
I'll let you get a mark on it. You can try to communicate with it, or you can send your message, but whether or not it responds is yet to be seen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Like, the minute that I latch this mark onto it, I start communicating with it and say, Hammy's safe. In fact, we're trying to make sure that you're all safe. Please calm down. No more fighting. No more pain. No more violence. Let us take you home.
So. Ooh, how do I want to do this one exactly? Morningstar, you are going to get a response back. Immediately, actually. The response back is in a very distorted audio, mixing a child's voice and an adult's voice. And it says, "Bet you can't catch me." Cloudy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We will get to you in just one moment, okay? Jay, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm VR'd into my drone. Can I see Scales' mark on that computer thing, or is that not something that's visible when I'm VR'd in?
I mean, maybe through the links you could see it, since you're simmed into that.
Yeah, I'm cold simmed, so I'm.
So you can see the Matrix, technically. But you are... Well, no. You're simmed, so you are knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, you knocked
Yeah,
yourself...
but they're
Okay,
in an
hold on.
office.
You're in an office, you knocked yourself out. I would say, yeah, you can see the Matrix, and basically you are controlling the drone from a viewpoint. So I'll say you can see anything that I've given Morningstar Matrix-wise. Like, anything visual.
Okay. I think wherever Scales put that mark is probably important. So I'm going to shoot it.
You are going to aim for the computer?
Oh
on
my
spec?
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Scales is dying.
If you stop fighting, we'll stop fighting, I promise!
Is there a like? Oh my fucking god! Oh, okay, I can't even use a reaction. Like, I can't do nothing about this. Son of a bitch. Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
we're trying to stop this thing, right?
Yeah, but its response to me was like hammy. So it's like,
It's killing us.
Oh god, I broke Rissa. I broke Rissa. What have I done?
So upset. Oh my god.
Do I add anything by being cold simmed or not? Was it just my normal Aries roll? I'll just roll it.
Yeah, I think it's just your normal roll to do anything.
Okay.
Oh my god. I can't stop this. Oh my god.
So given that we are leading into the last round of this, Thunderstruck Shot does in fact hit. It strikes the computer. Morningstar, you watch as that all-encompassing void that surrounds the machine, still surrounding it, by the way, sort of this shape appears out of it. It glitches for a second, completely disappearing for just a moment, showing an empty hallway, and then it returns. Mojave, you will get one last little round. Would you like to do anything?
I would like to... Is there anything I can do for Cloudy?
Well, Cloudy is well away from you and possibly dead if you would like to run up to Cloudy's body and attempt anything, as it lays broken against the wall.
Yeah, I am a doctor that supersedes all other things.
Fair enough. I'll let you run over and try to pull first aid on Cloudy.
Yes! So just roll first aid?
Yeah, roll first aid. As you reach down and attempt first aid on Cloudy, you become very much aware something's wrong. Cloudy's body is freezing cold. Like he's been dead for hours. It's also strangely lightweight, as if it was empty. You also notice that the chest wound, the crushed chest, is no longer actively bleeding.
Okay. Does it look like whatever weird nonsense has been healing people is working on him?
No.
No.
He almost looks... Now that you're sort of seeing it, it's like he's de-rendering. Like he's not clear anymore. He's fuzzy. So,
Mojave's real confused.
oh, absolutely. So, while all of you are still in combat, Cloudy, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
All of the damage you took,
Mm-hmm.
if it had all been stun leading into your physical tracker, how much damage would you have actually taken?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 overflow.
You are going to jerk awake. You will have 5 physical damage, and you will have a single stun damage, as you basically would have taken everything and just woken back up. You wake up in a room. You wake up in the robotics laboratory. All around you are your friends. T is currently leaned up against one of the computers, and it appears that some sort of, at least self-moving as it appears to be winding around him, some sort of mechanical arm has wound around his body and is plugged into the back of his head. Morningstar and Mojave are conked out next to each other, with the little spider droid that Hammy had jumped into seemingly having popped open in half like a prize ball. And a strange powder is all over their bodies. All over your body, actually, as well. And Jay is basically looking like he's passed out, leaned against his links. You're in a room with all of your unconscious friends.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this so goddamn much. And I will go ahead, take off my armor jacket, and slowly start undusting the powder from our Everyone but T. Everyone but T, actually. Dusting the powder off of everyone but him.
But T.
Um,
Oh, just
Yes.
over here.
and giving T a very, very significantly wide berth.
Oh yeah. As everyone is dusted off, I would like every single person, other than T, to make a composure test. Morningstar and Mojave. You suddenly become very aware something is very wrong. And almost that cognitive dissonance awakens you. Both of you, leaned against each other, jolt awake, and your movement scatters the now popped open spider droid across the floor.
Where are we?
This looks like there, but not there.
Someone decided to play a prank, and I kicked the spider droid.
No. And I start to collect the spider droid pieces.
You're not fools anymore, Cloudy. Good.
And the moment that's mentioned, very deep breath. You're right.
It was real weird. It's like you were too late. You weren't really dead. Real weird.
The spider pieces, describe that to me again.
Basically, think of like
Spider-
the spider droid was like a little ball with little legs on it.
Mhm.
And the middle of the
Yes.
ball popped open like a prize ball. So popped into two halves. And all of you, even though a lot of it's been brushed off, have this very light silvery powder on you.
Speaking of that powder, as somebody with some familiarity with chemicals, is it ringing any bells?
I'd say raw alchemy. Alchemy and logic. On another note, though, T. Whoa. Oh, what kind of ghost child was that?
My husband. That was the ghost child.
Oh.
Ghost adult.
He
So-
he's playing DVD right now.
Really quickly, please remind me what to click on the sheet. Would that just be clicking alchemy and then changing the attribute to logic, or?
Yeah, so where alchemy is, changing the attribute to logic, limit mental, and then roll it.
Okie doke.
So, T, I'm going to need you to roll an unarmed attack with your cyber limb. You are, in your mind, you are continuing to beat the shit out of that monster.
Okay.
And you are winning. You may do whatever you want to that monster and brutalize it as you wish.
Oh. Okay.
Jay, you are just sort of like sat there through the Lynx's view camera watching T rip
Just
a
sort of
lot of
leaned
parts
and covered
off.
in dust, right?
Huh?
Am I still like propped up against a computer covered in dust?
Yeah,
or-
you aren't awake yet.
Okay.
Cloudy did
I
not
think
brush
we
you
got
off,
hit by
and
some sort of sleep gas shit.
yeah,
Mm.
Jay failed the composure test, so Jay's stuck in there too. Jay, you are also very much thinking you were in the battle. Only thing you'll notice on camera is that, Cloudy, Morningstar, and Mojave are fucking gone. They're just not there.
So about that powder.
With that, you'll notice that this powder is seemingly to you, it reminds you of like metal shavings, but very fine. And as you're sort of, looking at it, it seems to twitch slightly, like it can move. And you'll notice that looking at it astrally and physically, astrally it's very gently glowing, very multicolored glowing, as if they're very tiny pieces of many, many types of magic.
I would like to scoop it into a bottle.
I will allow you to scoop it into a bottle.
Honey, are you there?
You will hear a blip from the computer screen that is still attaching a cable to the back of T's head.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
also
good.
going to want to take that off, by the way.
You want to go and try wake Jason up?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why did you do this?
You just get the response. Haha. It's H-A-H-A. And it just kind of scrolls across the screen. Jay, you may fire the Lynx's Thunderstruck again if you would like.
I guess I'm still fighting this this monster, right?
Yep. You and T are just fighting together like heroes.
All right. T, once we take out this monster, we got to figure out what the hell it did with our friends. They're gone. Maybe they got teleported. It has magic, right?
Can T hear anything he's saying?
T is
as far as
still
I know, I
unable
can
to
only see the
register.
creature.
Yep. T
Yeah.
is still unregistered.
Jay would be saying this through the links, Michael.
Oh, absolutely. But T just cannot hear anything. He
Yeah,
can
that's
only
fine.
hear and see the monster. The Thunderstruck's thing misses. So, Mojave, you are going to attempt to wake up Jay?
Yep.
I assume you just kind of are you going to try to, like, brush off more of the silver powder, shake him awake?
Yeah, dust him off. Pat his face a couple of times. Take something out of my bag and wave it beneath his nose. Don't worry about it.
Smell insults this man.
Yep.
Jay, you may roll another composure
Counterspell any
test.
magic that's on him.
Jay, you feel very disoriented as you are jerked out of what you thought was the Matrix and are now awake and currently leaning up against your Lynx, which is powered down. Next to
Wakey,
you.
wakey, Jay!
Whoa! Where'd the monster go?
That's a real question. And looking at
Point at
T,
the computer.
looking at T in the waking world, does he have a silver crown on? One of the magic thingies.
Yes, he does. And the spikes from it are actually out and are almost pierced and attached into the cord that is wrapped around him and plugged into the back of his head.
Well, the goal is gonna be to try to remove
Morningstar is upset. Her mismatched eyes are actually glowing with rage. She's really angry. So, this can go one of two ways. Either she can attack the thing, or try to remove this thing from T's head. In AR, when I look at... And actually, Okay. Morningstar sits down next to T to sort of use his body as a means to keep herself propped up, and she's going to drop into VR.
Understood. You are now in VR, fully stood in this destroyed Aztec-style laboratory.
When I look at where Hammy was, how he was just this, like, being in the computer, do I no longer see just the mask? Is there now something more? Because I know VR is different in terms of like avatars and stuff like that.
It can be a little bit different as you're not looking at both on top of each other. You see the small childlike avatars still, but the mask has been removed, and now a black connecting tube is attached to T's icon, which has been forcibly turned on. And it appears, from your knowledge of how these kinds of programs and icons work, there is a data transfer going on.
I thought so. Son of a bitch. Okay. That's cool.
Hey,
So-
Claudia, how do you do the make the thing go away thing again?
Did you want to try being nice? Because I don't feel like being nice right now.
No, I don't blame you. That's why I'm asking. Is that the counterspelling thingy? Because I can try and do it.
That's being nice.
Yeah, well,
Claudia
I mean, he
is-
wouldn't. I don't think he'd have done that if he didn't have the thing on his head.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
And Claudia's about to astral combat this thing.
Oh, fuck
About to
yes.
rip this thing right off his fucking head.
Yeah, I'm going to do a resonance spike. My intention is to, at the very least, first to cut the connection between the data transfer between the two of them, in hopes that will give some aid to my friends on the outside.
You will need to roll hacking to get into the computer, as it is being locked off as much as possible. Before anything else, though, T, roll memory.
Should I hold off on my roll?
Hold off for like 3 seconds. Because it will modify your roll slightly.
1.
Okay. Do me a
Well,
favor
I got
and
a little-
roll it. Oh,
I got,
You
a,
gotta-
I got a little shiver. I got a little shiver
yeah,
reroll.
you do. Go on ahead.
I got a little shiver
Reroll that.
reroll.
Reroll that memory test.
0.
Oh, please, please, please.
Thanks, Shiv.
Oh my god, so fucking close. You know what? That's perfect. That's the most beautiful thing you've ever done. So, T, as you stand in this red and dark lit room above this monster that you are basically stepping on after tearing most of its body apart, you feel oddly satisfied, actually. You haven't felt satisfied like this in a very long time. In fact, you feel comfortable. Strangely comfortable. Almost like you could just sit down and stay here. In the distance, you hear another roar. And all you can think about is just you're so excited to go kick the shit out of those things.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
And in this dark, red lit area, you go running off to go fight more monsters. You are completely unaware of the fact that as you move forward, all of the things behind you begin to disappear. It's a Morningstar. Hacking!
Yeah, hey, that's me. Hi.
Do I use another edge? I'm a fucking idiot because I'm gonna do it. It's a
There we go. You are able to force your way in, brute force open this code, and crack into this computer. And though the tendril is still connected, the icon is now forced to respond, as the small childlike shape stands up to face you. And all you can hear in your head is just, I guess, in the Matrix space is, go away. I earned this.
Well, Scales is doing that in the Matrix. Can now that I'm up and at him and all that, can I go and use like hardware or cyber technology or something to try to like disconnect T from this thing?
I'll let you roll hardware just to figure out if you can safely.
Okay.
And then, since these are basically going to be happening around the same time, just on different sides, Cloudy, you want to roll banishing?
Sure.
I assume that's what you were going to do to the crown.
Yeah. Okay. Did it not
With
roll the thing? Hold on. Thought
with
it-
Jason, with that hardware roll while we're waiting. Oh,
There
there we
it
go,
is.
banishing. You know for a fact that this cord is attached directly both into the black box in the back of T's head and into a secondary port in his spine. This thing is trying to infiltrate all parts of T's head, including the box itself and just him in general. And you know that to disconnect these physically is very dangerous if you haven't ended the data transfer process yet. You could cause an either a catastrophic cascade effect or just straight up remove T from his own body. You know you need to be sure that there is no active transfer going on. On the note of banishing, Cloudy, you reach out and attempt to banish this silver tiara-like thing. It resists you, and it begins to grow, stretching its briar-like thorns all over T's face and down his chest.
I'm blasting it. I'm blasting.
Morning Star.
Yes. So the last thing he said was, "I earned this," and I think Morningstar draws in closer. And she says, "Earned what? Taking someone else's memories?"
I don't want his memories. He can have them in here. I want his body.
Why him?
Easy access.
How about we make a deal?
I'm not like the floaty boys. I don't make deals. I make decisions.
Wise. Here's a choice for you. Take my body.
I'm not that stupid. Your body's
Why
gonna
would it
fall
be
apart.
stupid? Why? What makes you think my body will fall apart?
Look who built you. They built me too. And they suck at building things.
I think that's where we differ, love. I'm not falling apart.
seems I'm the newer model.
You know, if you had just asked nicely, Jay would have worked when building him a bomb.
That's literally what I thought in my head when it was happening, but we're here now.
Morningstar,
Yes, me.
this being is going to resonance spike you.
Cool.
So I'm going to need you to make willpower plus firewall.
Okay. Willpower plus firewall. Okay. I have firewall right here. It's a 4.
One, two, three. Oh shit. Yeah, no, he only got 3 versus a 4? Yeah, no, he doesn't get through to you, but you do feel that he is lashed out at you. He's very angry at the newer model comment. That definitely touched a nerve. Cloudy, you said that you were gonna be blasting it.
I'm blasting it.
So there I was, blast.
So there I was, and I started blasting.
I tried being nice. That was a nice way. Like Mojave was sitting there, and me trying to be nice, it started going. I'm kind of like, oh no, get off his goddamn head. The spirit gun, right across his temples, right across the big old spikes.
Roll that shit.
We're given every chance to do things the easy way.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a 5. Against its willpower.
Let's see. It's willpower. What's this? Two.
3 damage.
It begins to recede after you have, it does not completely disappear, but that definitely did a lot. T, you will actually get another composure test now. You are unable to get a hold of yourself, and you continue on your murder spree throughout this fantasy world you're in.
If it matters, Shiv had given another reroll.
Did he not use that the last time? Or is this a whole nother one?
That was a
Shiv
whole
gave
other
another one.
Another
Our
one!
boy, wake up!
Another one.
Alright,
After the reroll was like worse than the first one, Shiv gave.
Alright, I found my coin again. Heads or tails? You broke even, heads or tails?
Tails.
Third time's the charm. You got it. You are able to have a moment of clarity, as it were, while you're in the middle of this. There's this sense of almost dissatisfaction. Something just doesn't feel visceral about any of this. You're almost aware that this is some kind of dream. Something's off, and you are able to have a bit more clarity of, hold on, maybe I need to stop what I'm doing and not run farther into hell. So you are now actually able to make a decision of what you were doing in the dream.
Play I see anything other than monsters?
You see that there is a pathway extending off behind you that seems to lead from this red lit area to more of a almost sterile stone looking path. Concrete is probably the better way of describing it. But it's definitely different than the path you were on.
But I don't have any other outside knowledge.
No. You're not... It's kind of dream logic. You don't know how you got there, but your brain's not thinking about how you got there. You're just here now, but you just know... And now it kind of feels wrong, and now you're just sort of aware enough to go, huh, monsters, pathway.
I guess I will pursue the other pathway, since, like many things, this is not satisfying anymore.
Fair enough. Alright, you will head down the pathway. That will put you somewhere. Let's see, who was next? Morningstar, you may attempt to deal with Data Transfer Boy.
Wonderful. I have a question for you.
What?
Do you miss him?
Who?
Your dad.
He left me. Only Virgil missed him.
You know, Virgil sent me a message. He told me to come here with my friends and get a vial of blood for him. Your dad's blood.
That's stupid. No. You can't do that.
Do what? Tell you the truth?
No. It might kill us. You can't do that. You can't take that blood there.
He tried to come himself, but I guess he was unsuccessful.
He's not welcome. He tried to put the blood there. So we kicked him out.
I see. All you want is a body, right?
I mean, it's not all I want, but it's a start.
My friend Jay could make you a body.
No. I need the soul.
Why?
That's the only way the body works correctly.
Shane. I'm sorry that this happened to you. Sorry that you've been left alone.
You know what? I'm sorry too. Sorry you're so fucking gullible. And he's going to attempt to resonance spike you again.
I think like Morningstar, like watching him act like this, it really does just see a child, and like a child that's been forced to be this way and stuck here for a really long time. And so there's just like pity on their face, you know, they just feel bad for them. But yeah. So I roll, what do I roll? Firewall?
Yeah. And you beat it by 1 again. Always by one specifically,
like-
too.
I know. I think that like if energy could be felt through this space, it would just be like that big sister energy coming from Morningstar, and I am going to be getting closer and closer to this little boy, and then get down on one knee because I am considerably larger than they are. And I'm going to hug them.
I will say, as you reach down to hug them, you are immediately you go right through it. The icon itself just jitters away very, very quickly. And he doesn't even say anything. It's almost like a scream in static at you. And you're not wrong. It's like a child having a tantrum. It's just yelling to yell. Cloudy and Jason, you may attempt to do whatever you'd like to do here on the outside.
Is there anything I can do to try to stop or prevent or slow down this data transfer rate for T? If not, can I do something to help boost or bolster Scales' attempt with like my computer stuff?
If you are in contact with Scales, and that's not hard through the Matrix itself, you may ask Scales to attempt basically to forcibly hack into the child, because Scales would need to hack the machine or the entity to stop the transfer. And the minute the transfer has stopped on a software level, hardware-wise, you can decouple T.
Yeah, I'll let Scales know that I'd say, hey man, I can't disconnect T while there's a transfer going on. We've got to stop this transfer before I can do anything.
When he speaks to me through this, can the little boy also hear this?
No, he can direct message you, which the boy won't be able to hear.
Okay. Cool. God, this is the worst. Okay.
If you would like a minute to think about it, we can have Cloudy probably do another mana bolt at the rest of the tiara.
I'm blasting over here.
That's when I start a blast.
yeah.
Because he is tired of the shit, and he wants it off.
Attempting to help by poking the the astral tiara with a physical stick from his bag, because there's nothing else he can really do here.
Does it do anything to the stick poking?
I guess one thing you'll notice is you're not sure if it's because Mojave's holding it or something weird, but the stick actually stops when it hits it. Like it's almost like it's solid.
Yeah, I ain't touching it with my flesh, but I'm poking this tiara with a stick.
Yeah, that's super heckin' weird. I'm blasting. Shiza. That was meant to be. I meant to do that right on time, and I missed a thing. There it is, 4-6.
Damn.
And I'm fine. Yeah, no, just. It still rolls as willpower again.
Let me roll its willpower again. Versus 6. Nope. You blasted that second time, and the whole tiara just cracks and shatters. And Morningstar in the Matrix, Hammy responds to this. He loses it He grabs his head, he freaks out. You see, like, the idea, like, the data transfers this motion of energy or light moving through the cable between T and Hammy. It flickers for a moment, like Hammy's been struck. He looks like he just got hacked or something. That's like what you're used to seeing on the Matrix. You're not sure what they did, as you can't see astral and you're not talking to them, but something just happened.
In that moment, would I be able to... God, I wish I could do a bunch of things at one moment. Okay. I want to sever this connection between the data transfer, but taking advantage of whatever they did on the outside. So I would maybe do, I guess, a resonance spike.
Yeah, I'll let you do a resonance spike on him.
Yeah, specifically through that, like, the, flow of data. Could I get a +1 because of their thing they're doing out there?
I'll let you have a +1. I'll let you have a +2.
Thank you so much. Oh wow, thanks.
Dick poking helps.
Dick poke helps.
Yeah.
Dick poking totally helps.
I'm gonna do this with a 6. It's a 5, and then my fate is also a 6.
Damn. I'm just gonna say, yeah, you succeed on that. He is absolutely distracted. He already is taking negatives. He cannot do more than that. And all it would have taken is a single damage. You sever the connection, which damages Hammy a lot. It hurts. He screams out very angrily, and you just see him basically run away into the Matrix. Like, he's flicking around like he's shifting grids and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to... So 2 things. I'm going to look at T. Do I see that he's, like, waking up? You know what I mean? Where he's maybe, like, vanishing from the Matrix for me.
His icon has disappeared, as it is not actively being pulled onto the thing. But you don't know if that means he's waking up. You're in complete VR.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to use Static Veil on myself, and I'm not going to leave because I'm going to go after the little boy. I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
But, I want to be hidden while I do so.
Roll for Static Veil.
Let's do it at a 6. 4. And then, I have to do the fade, right? Ooh, it's a 1.
That's
not
4 stun damage.
Mm-hmm.
How's your stun tracker looking?
It's looking bad, It's looking bad. I have 1, 2, 3 left on the tracker.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's looking bad. It's not looking great. I imagine in the like real world, you guys would start to see that like the corners of Morningstar's eyes and the corner of her mouth would start to bleed.
Yep, that's about the brain melty bullshit that's going on here. So hey, just wait until you get jacked out hardcore. Oh dear.
Yeah, but I'm resolute. I'm not leaving.
Wait a minute. Nope. Fate is different. Oh dear God, that's right. Please remind me that if you take any form of actual attack, that damage is not stun damage. It is physical damage. You are hot simmed.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
remind me of that. Fade is different.
Yeah.
But if it's an actual attack and damage.
Still stun. No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fade is still stun.
But any damage they take while fully knocked out is in fact physical, yes. Because they cannot cold sim because they're technomancers.
Gotta have that confirmation.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the veil of static falls around you, and you slither off after the child. This is looking like a grim fairy tale over here. All right, so, T, in your dreamscape, you have followed this concrete path, and you find yourself in a familiar hallway. Back when the box first actually broke, you actually had a dream like this, where you were stuck in a long hallway, and you were walking through hearing strange noises. You are staring at a door with a red light that seems to be just sort of cascading out of a window. You may decide what you want to do here. The other option you have is you can actually just try to basically go back the way you came.
I've been here before, but now I have more knowledge of what this place is. So I'm going to knock the door off the hinges and step into the room.
Fuck yeah. You bash this door off the hinges, you walk into the room, and you are struck by an interesting sight. This is a little different than the last time you were here. On the table, on this operating table that's in this room, there are bloodstains on this table and sort of leftover pieces of equipment and some cybernetics. But the most important thing in this room is there is... Oh my goodness, I've said is 3 times in here. There's a large, I guess, glass tube is the best way to put it, hooked up to multiple monitors. In this tube is a very small child. There's no way she's over the age of 5. She has long white hair, very pale skin, with almost patches of it that seem to have gone pink, and almost even leading into red. Eyes closed. She has electrodes attached to her head, her chest, and she's just sort of floating in this liquid.
Room sweeper comes out, press to the glass, pull the trigger.
I will give you one thing. Are you sure?
That is exactly what's going to happen here.
You pull out the room sweeper, you press it to the glass, and you fire. The glass vial shatters, and your brain is racked with an ungodly scream. And then, T, you feel something come over your mind that you have not felt in years, or at least you would have not felt in years had it not been for the time the box broke. Fear is beginning to creep into your head.
Okay.
It is slow and building, and you can almost hear the sound, like glass slowly cracking under pressure. Everyone in the normal world. Jay, are you now currently severing the connection between T and the computer? Noscavian?
Jay.
Jay.
Yes. Sorry.
It's alright. We all get that way sometimes.
I zoned
Deep
out.
into the cold sim mode. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, the data transfer stopped, right?
Yes, the data transfer stopped.
I'm gonna.
Now you would just have to, yeah.
Roll.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Roll hardware if you want to unplug everything.
So 7 to safely unplug it.
Oh yeah, he's unplugged. Which is good because the minute he's unplugged, T jolts awake very violently and almost kind of comes rolling forward. Morningstar's body kind of falls to the wayside as T, the only thing holding her up, has moved. T, you jolt awake and you come to kind of consciousness with both your hands on the ground. You're staring down at the ground and you just completely involuntarily, you just vomit. Like, you have the most shell shock, heads wrong, just, you feel like you got slapped by a 10-ton boulder. Your head's just shaking. Huh?
I'm puking from my toes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's the bad.
Can I look on this system and see if any of T's data got transferred? Like, when we stopped that, did it stop it completely, or did some data get transferred onto the server?
It appears as though there is a small amount of data left behind, but it's actually data you recognize. Because the data that's there is yours and Morningstar's work to repair the box. Some of that code has been broken off and is now sitting inside this computer, probably unusable and unretrievable.
Can I delete it?
Sure.
And that's the only thing I found?
Yeah, there's nothing left over on the other side.
I would let Morningstar know. I'd say, hey, good job on stopping that data transfer. It looks like they were doing a destructive data transfer one way and one way only. The only thing they were able to get was our fix on the black box. So I think his box is broken again. But we can always fix it. Everything that is T, I think, didn't get.
I would still be able to hear all this from Jay, right?
Yeah, as long as he's speaking through. You guys have subvocal mics, ways to connect, so yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear anything electronically created.
Wonderful. So I will send back to him that the child is trying to take over T's body, that its goal is to find a body and take in that has a soul. So T and the rest of you are all extremely vulnerable. You need to go. And I will cut that off and keep after this child.
And with T in the process of throwing up and Morningstar running after the child, we are going to take a very short break. Decently short, just potty break, everyone get ready to do stuff. We will be back in just a little bit. So, we can get right back into what we were doing. Quick recap of everyone's positions. T is on the floor, possibly now stopping throwing up. You can probably sit up now. Yeah, got most of it out. You may not have any more in you. Morningstar, you have slithered off into the Matrix after the small shadow of a child that is running off into the darkness. Oh dear God, this is great. Follow him down the dark alleyway. It's a great idea. Cloudy, Jason, Mojave, you are all stood. You may do as you wish, now that T is coming too.
I am offering T a bottle of water. Like an actual, store-bought water bottle, not just a shady bottle that I have filled with water.
Okay. As the most fragile member of the group is handing me something, what am I experiencing right now, Softy? Mentally, emotionally. Tell me how distraught T actually is.
Well, T has just re-experienced fear again. And though you are still you, it's like you can sense it in the back of your mind. Almost like you're not afraid, but you're aware that there is fear. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
So that's sort of your mental state right now. Also, your mouth probably tastes awful as you've just removed all contents of whatever you ate.
All right. Then I will reach up
Very
very gently with 2 fingers, take the water bottle.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
just like after T's had the chance to take a drink and like breathe a moment, I'll be giving him the like follow the finger, like concussion check, basically.
And then it's very Shaq with a water bottle. Go ahead and Google image search Shaq with a water bottle. That's what's going on over here.
That's hilarious.
Yo, T, got good news and bad news. Bad news, that little robot guy betrayed us and
No.
used some sort of
Couldn't.
sleeping.
You didn't see that coming?
No. Anyways, he betrayed us, put us all to sleep. When we woke up, we found you hooked up to some machinery. And he was trying to do like a one-way data transfer. I think he was trying to take over your body. Scales stopped the data transfer, and Cloudy did something too with magic stuff. Well, good news is he was unsuccessful when I pulled the plug on the data transfer. The only part that he was able to move over was that fix we applied to that box of yours. So I deleted it so he doesn't have a copy, but that means we're going to have to refix your box when we get some downtime. But everything else of you is intact, and he didn't get to it.
That friends with everyone shit is starting to affect me.
Okay, I'll ask you who to be friends with.
Hand the water bottle back slowly.
Takes it,
Nope.
trying to not be in this scene.
So we are not any closer to being done with this shit.
But we're okay.
I do not feel okay.
Well, Skills can fix that software
That's
little
a-
thing.
And
With
to
the
Scales,
limp body.
bleeding from eyes and mouth. Mojave going
Yeah.
to crouch over her to check.
Yeah, she looks great, Jay. Look at that.
Oh, I was
Come here.
just talking to her like a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna get
Hand on the hand on the back of his neck and pull him over and just make him look. Everyone's
Cloudy, looking like he is may or may not have been run over by a train, but for Matrix bullshit, and looks like a bruised husk all over.
Yeah, okay. So, look, we could all use a spa day, okay? We could all use a spa day. Or just when this job is done, we can just have a spa day, my treat, okay?
All right, that's true. All right, that's true.
It's
Just pat him-
Jay's
pat him on the back.
unfailing positivity.
I'll stop
Jay's
roughing him up gently and just like
adorable.
pat him down. Like, all right, okay. I'm gonna go sit over here.
In the
I'll,
face of danger, Jay offers spa days.
Adorable.
I'll give a call to Scales. Hey, Scales, you coming back, or what's the plan?
I think at this point you are met with static.
Yeah.
Pretty
Spinning
deep
table of
in the
horrors logo,
VR.
as Shiv would say. Morningstar, you chase the kid as far as you can until you are met with an insanely powerful firewall. This part of the Matrix of this building, it's like staring into the sun. This isn't just a firewall. This is like a firewall, a wall of noise, everything. You know for a fact there is no way, not with your level of skill, without a lot of weird shit, are you getting through this. But in your chase, you are able to pick up some things.
Okay.
You're able to notice certain things in the area that are a little weaker than maybe they should have been. Maybe the kid left a few too many things. In fact, you're almost certain the kid may not have gone through this firewall. He may have used a very simple method of simply changing his physical location. As you watched him blip out of the Matrix, and then certain things on this grid activated, including an icon of an elevator. It appears he dropped into something physical and walked himself to the elevator and left.
Interesting.
But it also seems he left the elevator unguarded and unlocked.
Oh, your girl's going in the elevator then. Here we go. That's what we're doing. I'm going to the elevator. I think too, like probably in like remaining in VR, right? That like I don't know if this would happen, but like if I could flavor it, you guys would hear the ding of the elevator sound in the real world as almost like a signal of like, I'm over here, bitch. Let's go. You know?
Are you then requesting the people bring your body to the elevator?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Absolutely.
That is perfectly fine. You have infected the elevator, and all of you in that room, as you're looking at everyone's kind of mangledness, you just hear, ding.
Oh,
Yep. For Mojave's part, he just completely ignores it because he's too busy making sure Scales is still breathing, still has a pulse, is not overheating.
let's
I mean, I am all of those things.
Yes, and he
Still
is
breathing, but
stressed.
not well.
let's
Yeah.
put Scales up on the links and like lay her back, and then we can drive around. You know, like we could go.
Yeah,
Cloudy
it's a
is very
sound body.
woozy on his feet as he pulls his gun out to train it on the goddamn elevator, like swaying.
I will allow
Been a damn
everyone.
bluff.
I would allow everyone who can or wants to. You may roll medicine, first aid, whatever you'd like to do right now. Any magical healing after that, that is up to you if you want to do it. You have a full medical kit. You may even heal Scales. Scales isn't dead. Scales is just passed out.
Yeah, I would like to apply medicine to everyone.
Please,
Absolutely.
please.
Go be doing
go
that
on.
med kit, bro. Rolling that first aid, do that med kit.
How many dice do I add for that again?
Isn't it like it's a lot, isn't it?
Isn't it like 8 or something?
It's like 8 or
I
6.
think so.
The
It's a
med
wild
pack
number.
adds 6.
And then my
Oh, well, it's
my quick
wireless.
healer adds another 2, I
Yeah,
think.
so you have a +8.
Wild.
You may start rolling these.
Wild.
Be healed!
Be healed! Be healed!
How many am I healed for?
Also,
1.
there is a floating reroll from... Oh, it's Chase. Black Coffee Chase. There's a floating reroll if we need to reroll anything, the first aid or otherwise.
If somebody wants more healing. I don't know who I'm healing next, but I'm gonna roll it again.
Me?
So I heal what? 1?
1.
How
One.
many I heal? Like 1 box or
1 box.
One box.
okay. Cool. I just want to make sure that I'm marking it off right.
Yeah. Next in order...
Probably Cloudy. Cloudy's in a world of trouble.
Do you want to try to heal Cloudy next, or try to roll for a higher one to heal Cloudy? Because Cloudy's taken a lot of damage.
Hi, Cloudy. What should I do?
From a couple hits. So I think you can do medicine twice. I think. I don't know. You should.
Yeah.
So you can roll medicine on me like 2 or 3 times. Well,
I'll
one
roll as
from-
many times as I am allowed.
It'll be 2. It should only
It'll
be
be
2.
So you got a 4 on that one and then a 6, so that's... What's that? 2...
So a total of 6 boxes there.
Yeah, 6 boxes for you.
Well, that's a lot better than what was going on before.
Yeah, and I believe the stun packs and stuff like that can heal any stun damage you gained. Stim packs?
The stim patches only last for like an hour, and then it comes right back.
Well,
may
best
not
wrap
be
this
a-
up quick
So
then.
it's like a delay.
Maybe just, I don't know, wait on those until, I don't know, the next time you gotta really need them.
The last minute, yeah.
Yep, nope. I am... Do you have a heal spell or a potion or something?
Can make up
Or
a
am I
potion,
about
yeah.
to do that?
No, I can make a potion.
Yeah, it only
One
takes
potion?
you a few minutes, so I'll let you just
Okay.
alchemy that thing up.
Do. Clicking my things.
Yes.
Remembering what to click because I do this so infrequently.
Some weird boost juice that Mojave's making.
Got that boost juice, bro.
Yeah, need some boost juice. Okay.
Roll your drain. Okay. I think they heal their... They heal the dice?
Yes.
Yes, so they
The
heal
hits.
3.
Mm.
So you heal the hits, so you got 3. So the healing potion will heal 3 boxes.
Yay!
And I'm honest, I let you do this all the time, Mojave. I'll let you make a bulk batch.
Appreciated.
So everyone who wants one can take one of these.
I'm not conscious, so unless someone
You-
force
they can-
feeds it to
just
me,
pour it down Scales' mouth. It's fine.
Yeah. Mojave's like mother hen fussing over like
yeah. So how much would I heal with that?
3.
3? Okay.
high key, slightly frantic, like you're not allowed to go anywhere, Scales. I promised you I wouldn't go anywhere. You're not allowed to go anywhere either.
Oh my heart, Jesus.
What did you put in this?
It's like pulling out the ingredients, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I think this is an energy drink. Yeah.
It's like, you know, you got a monster, some salt,
Probably a little bit. Yeah, salt, maybe a little tequila.
little
and then
tequila in
something
there. It has a little
magic in
alcoholic
it.
tasting.
Mm-hmm. Couple of spices I swiped from your kitchen.
One singular, really fancy rock.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
crystal. A
Yeah.
crystal just sitting
yeah.
at
One
the
of the
bottom
little
of
rose
Little
quartz.
I will place my serving of the potion down and will not be drinking.
Oh, come on, it's mostly
Amazing.
edible this time.
This
Oh.
guy, hard to please, you know.
I mean, you're not, don't worry, you're not supposed to eat the rock. You can leave that part. It just makes it work.
You can have mine.
Amazing.
I- I think you got to make a non-alcoholic potion.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it won't get you drunk. It's like putting the thing in the stuff when you cook, right? In the sauce.
Mhm.
It all,
Hold on.
yeah.
I'm
It
not
just
there,
makes
I
the
don't
other
know why.
ingredients work.
Narrow my eyes, but I will drink this potion. What do I heal?
3 boxes. All right, and when everyone is
Turn the
satisfied,
dice.
Oh.
I will turn the rock.
A rock is put back in the bag.
you can use the rock again later. So, when everyone is healed to their best abilities, you may all.
Oh, did one of the first aid rolls go to T beforehand? Because if he needed it, I definitely would have attended to him before giving him magic juice.
roll the first aid?
No, I don't think you did.
Roll the
No, I
first
think
aid
you
now.
just
We'll
did
just
for
say
me.
Scales,
Yeah.
me and me.
Yeah, because I lost track of how many clicks I clicked, but
yeah. Now click the first aid again because these are
I
potions.
did not add things. I forgot to add my things to that.
I'll let you roll it again and plus the 2.
Plus more
Oh,
than
that'd be plus
2.
8. That'd be plus 8.
Oh, plus 8.
There we go!
There we go.
There we go.
See, I need to add my things!
So that's 4. So before you get the
Oh,
plus
I was-
3,
Well, I was topped off fully from
Oh,
before,
okay.
so I do not drink your salty rock water.
does anyone else want to drink the salty rock water?
Hey, you could force it.
It
to me.
won't do me any good.
Just
Tucking
4
that
on
in the bag
links,
for
who
later.
cares? Yeah, there you go. I'll definitely let it last for a while. So hey, shove that in your bag for later. Who knows who might need it?
Yeah, honestly.
So
The
is everyone?
ding on the elevator gets more persistent.
It's like someone smashing the like open door button, like ding 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 ding.
Yeah. It's Morningstar being like, hurry up.
Get in the elevator.
Yeah. Yeah.
I assume you all will be walking towards the elevator.
Walking towards the elevator, fishing out a little
Elevator, yes.
dim patch.
100%
'Cause
still
that healed-
fussing.
That healed all my physical damage. I have almost all my stun damage track filled up.
That's fair.
Still fussing over Scales' unconscious form, making sure her head's at like the right angle and she's not going to be injured by this ride on the links.
Perfect. Is she like attached? Like, did we tie her to the links, or is she just balanced on top?
They've just balanced me on top. I'm a 6'7" snake woman. They're just
Did we
like,
at least-
hey.
Did we
Just wrap
hold her
the
up with
tail
poo?
around a few times. You know, it's fine. Tie it in a knot.
Yeah, I
Just
was gonna say,
like,
did we at least curled her up, right? Like she's like a little ring.
She
She's
is
just-
as
she's just
safe as can
nested in
possibly
there.
be. Are you kidding me? Like, if I had a gurney. The only reason I'm not carrying her is because she is a whole 1.5 feet taller than I am.
And
I
more.
mean, I'm
count
only
tail.
5 foot, guys.
So as you makeshift gurney the snake wrapped around the links, as you all exit the hallway towards where the elevator is, in the real world, in the mundane world, you are struck by the area that actually, you see the map, the Rage Lab, everything you saw in that kind of fiction was real, imagery-wise. When you get out here, you see where the Rage Lab would have been. There actually is a massive destroyed part of the wall, and laying on the ground is sort of what must be the mechanical remains of whatever that monster was. It appears that Hammy took from at least something real when he made the fiction. There was a monster like this at one point. You see the remains of whatever it was lying on the ground out here. But as the bell of the elevator becomes more and more fervent, you are eventually into the elevator. Morningstar, you are now able to view the camera of the elevator, see your friends. Would you like to hop back in your body, or remain conked out and wrapped around a lynx?
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be more useful.
Because
here
you
in
can
VR
go
or
back
in
into
real
the
world.
Matrix.
Yeah, I can. It just doesn't. Isn't there a thing when you go from, VR to real world where it's like?
Only if you are
You see-
forced out or you move very quickly.
Oh.
If you actually take your time
okay.
to leave, nothing bad happens. Now, if you
Okay,
are
okay,
dragged
okay.
out or you are forced to dump out very quickly, you get dump shock. As you jack.
Okay, understood. Okay. Yeah, you know what? They have me up on this links, looking all crazy. I will return to my body.
You come to, your tail is slightly wrapped around the lynx, and you're sort of like,
I'm strapped down by my own tail.
The
Wild.
instant you start to stir, Mojave is there, and the instant it's clear that you are like presumably okay, you are hugged.
Oh, yeah. I think that first probably like digits start twitching, but then their eyes open, and there's probably a little like oof from when Mojave gives hug, and then
Yes, you're okay. I was so
will
worried.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry. You can't get rid of me that easily. And
I hope
my
not.
tail will unwrap from the links and wrap around Mojave for extra hugs. And then I will look to T and I will say, I will have to repair the books in the back of your head, but he wanted access to your body because of your soul. You have a soul. He is not comfortable or willing to access a robot body. He wanted your body for its soul.
Was he the one
I
eating
tried
the
offering
spirits in
myself.
here?
I don't think so. That's something else. That may be the sisters, but
I'll have to see what I can do to make that offer less appealing.
Oh dear.
You should know. The blood we were sent after. Apparently that could kill them. Whatever Virgil is trying to do with that blood could kill Hammy, Samuel, maybe the two girls as well.
Hammy ended up being a bit of an.
Well,
He
have
tried
your
to get
father
T's bond.
He did. But have your father experiment on you as a very young child, and then split you into 3 different clone versions of yourself in which only you can access the real world via robots? You might harbor some anger.
So we're thinking about not giving him the blood now.
I want to bring you the information, and we can all decide together.
It
No,
does
we should
kind of seem like a situation where if we help the guy we were trying to help, we are not helping the people who hurt us.
Yeah, I mean, helping Virgil doesn't help Hammy, but Hammy tried to body snatch our boy T. So I'm not very inclined to help Hammy right now.
It seems like it might be the kind of thing where helping Hammy might not be helping Virgil.
Yeah. Well, it seems like we help Hammy, and then everything stays as it is. This is all still fucked up, and Virgil finds someone else. Or we help Virgil, and he puts a stop to whatever's going on.
No. This boy, this child, tried to body snatch not just T, but you too.
Me?
I had to rip that thing off your head, like I had to rip his off. He has been mind controlling us. He has been messing with us. He almost tried to murder us. We do not help that murderous thing that's trying to tear us to pieces.
Yeah, that's
Instead
what
of
I'm saying.
that
We
just
help Virgil,
threatened us.
not Hammy.
He he gave us the option. When it's
Hammy
Virgil or this thing, absolutely not.
I
Hammy
think
is
we're
a
on the same
child.
page.
How long has he been
So
around?
was Virgil. And Virgil didn't try to murder us or brain control us.
Did try to blackmail us though. Anyway, he's been here for a while.
One is a
Apparently,
hell of a
Virgil
lot
is
worse than
here.
the other.
You're not wrong. Virgil, 50 years. Samuel, 20? Him, 30? I don't know the order of which. They're all him. They're just different versions.
I mean,
Virgil seems to be the oldest, possibly the original.
I'll say this much. I haven't been around too long, but I think 30 years is old enough to know better.
Well, when your only company is the dead and 2 women who are just like you, who maybe harbor also ill intent and anger. We don't know. We also have to take into consideration the fact that they keep mentioning Dad being mad.
Yeah.
So part of all that could be him as well. We don't know. We don't have enough information. I would rather
Or
take
killing
a-
them would be a mercy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We killed Maul, and then we'll deal with Virgil later. Probably killing him.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, Scales. I do. And as far as I'm concerned, giving him a chance but it comes a point where he's gonna have to make a choice, and you're gonna have to live with whatever choice he decides to make.
Yeah. You're right. We do what it takes to finish the job and survive.
Mm-hmm. And again, it could be, you know, if it got split up, it could be that whatever we're doing to get the blood and thingy, it could be putting them back together. Actually know what we're doing with that blood.
At the end of the day, this is As Technology's fault.
Yeah.
It is.
Unfortunately, this is what's left. I don't think that Morningstar says it out loud, but there is a part of her that sees the parallels to all this to herself and her siblings, and this like creeping fear and sadness starts to collect in the back of her mind of thinking, what if she'll have to do the same to her siblings?
Mm-hmm.
And it scares her to death, but she says nothing.
I will say that I think Mojave's tuned in enough to her wavelength to get that vibe.
Probably, yeah.
The hand is once again offered.
Yeah, she'll take it. She just remains silent. I would like to begin putting marks on T's black box, because the command would be for them to start rebuilding the protections. And she'll say out loud to T, T, if it is all right with you, I would like to start the repairs on the black box. Where we are going, you will be very vulnerable. I do not want you to be taken advantage of. So, will you allow me to begin fixing the lock that was once in place there?
Talking about the brain surgery?
Oh, well, this would just be software-wise, and it could serve as a sort of protection until we can get back to the house, and then Jake could finish up with the actual physical surgical part. This would at least be half protection, better than none.
Sure.
Did the physical box get affected, or was it just software this time?
The physical box does not seem to have been affected at all. At least not from its external
so it's
port.
just the software.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I can, I would just like to
I'm
send
gonna,
out a couple sprouts.
gonna give you this. Upon looking into the box,
Okay.
its code is gone. Its code is destroyed. You could not repair this if you tried. This is the kind of repair where either you need to destroy it completely and replace its code, which would take you hours to build something this complex. Like, as much as everyone wants to be mad, Starry Eyes was a very skilled coder. Like, this was an impressive lockbox. But it's been decimated by what happened. There's no repairing this on shorthand.
Yeah.
At this point, it is closed, but given the fact you don't see how, you're starting to realize that whatever the code of this is, it's beginning to affect or at least link into T's spinal attachments that link to his arms. So this thing is starting to affect his head. And there's not really an easy way in.
Okay. Could I, at the very least, make like a firewall around it, just long enough, like even if it's just temporary, long enough for whatever we're endeavoring in, that another cyber child can't try to crack open this box completely? You know what I mean? Like, not rewrite the code or anything, but just put like a temporary shield over it.
Like, put a band-aid on the problem.
Basically, until we're able to actually like get a hold of Starry Eyes or, whatever.
I would say, because of the mess of this item and T's cybertech on his body, you would have to do this as hacking. And you, as a person, are very aware, if you fuck this up, you could set T off.
I'm so scared.
As you should be.
Okay.
And you are currently in an enclosed elevator.
Yes,
The
we
real
are,
threat
yes.
was the friends we made along the way.
Fucking hell. I will say to T, like, my voice is basically like a whisper, because I'm scared. But I'm looking at him and I say, they destroyed it. The box, the code that was keeping the box closed, they destroyed it. I can't fix it. I can try to put something temporary over it, but if I mess up even a little bit, it'll set you off and you could kill everyone in here.
Do whatever you want.
Oh, I hate this so much. I hate it.
So, as you are conflicted with this, you are all in the
Yes.
elevator, and it basically pulls an auto. The door is shut, and you are on your way down. You were having these conversations and thoughts, while the elevator took a very long journey down. Once you have left the 9th floor, there are no floors in between. Even though they are marked as engineering and a few other things, they're gone. Nothing is left but the gigantic column that is some sort of strange electronic cooling tower, with liquid and water pouring down the sides. And apparently the screaming of the damned in the background
So sorry.
just made me laugh a little bit. Oh, I hope. Just opens the door. Are you winning, son? He better be winning, or I'll beat him. As you make your way
I
down,
don't know what's happening.
as you make your way down this chute, this deep, almost purple glow is coming up from below you. On the Matrix, that resonance force is even louder than it has ever been. This thick, almost heartbeat of emotion. In the astral, the same. It is loud, it is in your ears. Being on the astral plane or viewing it, it is impossible to block it out. It is concerning, discomfort, it's awful. You almost realize that there's no way you could sense. You could not look here. It is too fuzzy, too blended, too messy down here. It's like a wall of fog.
Mojave actually waves his hand in front of his eyes to check that they're still working because it's screwing with him so much.
Yes.
I think
It's your eyes
in
are working. It's
response
just
to-
yes.
I think in response to the loud, I think you would actually see Morningstar clap their hands over their ears and curl into themselves, because for them it would sound like something very metallic and static and just be like a cacophony in their head.
And even in the mundane, you all are not immune. This far down, these vibrations are now even in the physical world, shaking the elevator as you go down floor by floor. Eventually, you reach the lowest floor, simply labeled generator. When you've gotten down here, it is nothing more than a metallic catwalk with, at every end of this sort of almost ladder-shaped catwalk, are ladders that do go down. On the level of you and a little bit below you is what appears to be some sort of massive hydroelectric unit with water pumping in from somewhere, flowing through something powering a turbine. Below even that, you see what appear to be clear glass pipes flowing with various colors of substances. Some sort of shimmery silver, some this deep red color, others various shades of blues and greens. Intertwining with these pipes are what seem to be the roots of a tree, massive, twisted, and branching out. Flowing throughout the tree are lights, following almost vein-like patterns. They are deep red and silver, twisting around and around until finally all of these pipes and roots and stems coalesce at the bottom. In the center of a giant reservoir of glistening blue water stands a machine. On 3 sides of this machine are what seem to be some form of pods. From up on the catwalks, you are able to identify humanoid shapes inside of them, though any other details are impossible to make out. On the front of the machine appears some sort of strange mix of wiring and tubing that follows an odd circular pattern. Those with astral knowledge of spirits or any such thing will be able to recognize that it is a form of a magic circle, specifically one set to summon. The machine itself is glowing. Not only is it what seems to be producing this dark, destructive code on the Matrix, it is producing waves of astral energy. Swirling around it are broken bits of spirits, as if something had been torn apart. In the mundane, even there, it seems to let off a strange, almost radioactive purple glow. You all now stand above it on this catwalk. And that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all.
Some lovely sights to be seen.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Sorry that break came so late and it was so short, but hey, we had combat today. Thank you all for playing. Thanks everyone for being here. Love you guys. We're gonna go in order of... My brain don't work, so... Pretty colors. Also, Shiv, are you there? Go find the thing for me, please, my love.
I think you're gonna have to.
I have to message his ass. I'm gonna yell at him. Yeah. 2 seconds to let me yell at my friend. My beautiful.
That's what the summoning circle is for.
Nope. Shiv's here.
Oh, Shiv's there.
Oh, he's there. Yes.
The summoning circle worked!
The summoning circle has worked. Ah!
Oh, great Shiv spirit, find us a raid target, please.
Oh, great Shiverback 3, find us a raid. So we're gonna go in order of pretty colors. So, Cloudy, who are you and why do you exist?
Hello, everyone. I am Lord Rodon, who plays Cloudburst here on Mondays. I do not actively play in anything else on this channel or any others, but occasionally may or may not guest star in various little things. If you know, you know. And I exist to die, apparently.
Brutally. Let's see. Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I am known as Daybreakathon, and you can find me streaming stuff over on my channel here on Twitch, Daybreakathon. I've been playing Subnautica lately. It's been a very good time. I found the edge of the world today. It was weird. I've also written a couple of fantasy novels. Nascavian is kindly holding those up. You should definitely check them out if you have the time. I worked very hard on them, and the third one's going to be coming out sooner or later. Working hard on that. I also did the character art for the characters who have art. My commissions are open if you'd like me to do some art for you as well. And, right, you obviously here now as Mojave. But on Fridays at the Vampire Times, you can find me playing Hatfield, where I am slightly better at talking. I think that's everything except, as always, my dog has emerged from his bed, woken up specifically to come and say hello.
Hi, Doggo.
Hello, puppy.
Morningstar, who are you and why do you exist?
Hi, guys. To be in a constant state of worry and stress, apparently. I do this. This is what I do, TTRPGs. I am here, obviously, on Mondays as Morningstar, but on Friday, you can see me as your favorite Samiti Akaran. Also on Lanyap Gaming, we'll be coming out with stuff kind of towards the end of the year. There's been a change, I know, it sucks, but we want things to be of good quality and for people to enjoy it, and so you've got to wait. So keep an eye out for that. You can find our stuff on YouTube. I also have links in the chat that you can peruse should you so choose. Please be respectful. And I believe that is it.
I would like to put in, along, I'm sure Arissa will agree with me on this, praise Lilith. Screw you, Chase. Screw you, Shiv. Praise Lilith.
I hear you, Lily, too. All day, every day. Okay.
Let's see.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
T103, who are you and why do you exist?
My name is Slippery Nosferatu. I exist to fist my friends.
Oh my god!
That's what happened. That's what happened.
I expected something wild, but that was not it.
Thankfully, that was a dream fisting and not a real fisting.
Right.
Oh no! Please stop!
It was a fantasy, if you will.
Either way, you all watched it happen. And when I'm not doing that, when I'm not T103 here on Mondays, I am Slip of Clan Nosferatu on Fridays. Then I've got my own channel where I muck about in the middle of the week, Tuesday through Thursday, with varying reliability.
I am absolutely dying. Last but never least, our beautiful, glorious resident thirst trap, Jason. Who are you and why do you exist?
I am Nascavian, and every Monday on Table of Horrors I play Jason. Every Friday on Table of Horrors I play Barry. I have some friends who write books. Our very own Daybreakathon has Ward
I don't know how words work.
has written has Rotith, Woodbreaker, and Windswept for people's readeth pleasure. And then I have another friend who has Rotith something called Obelisk the Long Dream, and he has a link there. I think it goes to obelisk.link.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh. And of course, since we reference our lovely Nascavian, we do also have to reference our most supportive member of our cast here, Nascavian's chair, who is always supporting everyone here, especially Nascavian.
Just 100% support all the time.
I, of course, am your Cosmic GM, Softonomicon. here on Table of Horrors, obviously running Shadowrun on Mondays, and on Fridays I play Ebony of Clan Ventrue. Oh my goodness, I'm still laughing from the fisting joke. So there may be other things in the future, who knows, spookies. I'll figure it out eventually. On my own channel, which I do have, I play games and do artwork. Game lately we are going hard on Blasphemous, trying to beat it before Blasphemous 2 comes out. And for artwork, goodness knows what I'm going to do. Random things, work, who knows. I do artwork and we play stupid music and have fun. If anyone would like to support my artwork, obviously I have commissions open. I have a Patreon where I am making a coloring book, The Periodic Table of Monsters. Ask Rissa. Rissa says it's lovely. Probably need to work on that again soon. Ooh.
Please do, thank you.
I'm Shiv's hedgehog husband. And I think I got everything. So, we are gonna go... Let's see... Oh, shit, I should have picked. Shiv, why do you give me choices? We're gonna go right in on G-Game Nights. They're playing the Dragon Age TTRPG. Shiv will have that set up in just a second. Soon. I should have given him the answer a lot sooner than this. There we go. Thank you, Shiv. I love you so dearly. Let's see. And... we can't go until... Loudy says the line.
Remember, everyone, ask for consent before fisting your friends.